Tonight, we are in Indiana at the Randolph County Asylum.
It's the scariest place in America and very haunted.
All right, everybody, so we're here in the asylum and we have our special guest.
We're here. Paranormal Nightmare, Paranormal Files.
The Nightmare Files.
Nightmare Files.
Yeah, there you go.
We've got the creeper. It looks like an octopus. We've got about 51 to 53 bodies buried out there and one mummy. Doris Addington is still very active in this kitchen. Now,
Oh my God.
I came down, you saw it?
they want your attention.
You can get lost in here.
What is this?
Would you like to have us back?
So what you heard, a female? Yeah. Who murdered you? Can you please tell us their name?
Here's the butcher block.
Cattle.
Trust me.
That is absolutely crazy. I think whatever's in the basement, like, controls this place.
On tonight's episode of the Paranormal Files, we're here in Indiana at one of the most haunted buildings in the state, the Randolph County Infirmary and Asylum. The history of this building will absolutely shock you. So many tragic stories, so many unbelievable deaths. And there's even an octopus-like inhuman creature that haunts the basement, known as the Creeper. So join us this evening as we investigate this notoriously haunted location. We've already had some weird paranormal activity, my dad got pushed, and we have some special guests tonight, so this is not an episode to miss. But thank you guys for watching tonight. My name's Colin Browen, and welcome to the Paranormal Files. All right, everybody. Tonight, we are in Indiana, about an hour and 10 minutes outside of Indianapolis, at the Randolph County Asylum.
We are.
We have some very special guests that are going to be joining us tonight for this investigation, so you guys should be excited for this one.
It's cool.
But I've heard a lot of things about this place, including that it's like one of the more active paranormal locations that you can investigate.
Yeah, that's what I heard.
Like right
It
in front
looks
of
like
that shit. It is.
Holy shit, that just like stands out. This country's been kind of nondescript all the way up.
Yeah, it's been very flat, and a lot of dead crops.
Freaking building right here.
It's kind of like people don't really get how kind of out in the middle of nowhere this location is.
Yeah.
Like we're really we've been driving through fields for like 40, 50 minutes.
There's no Starbucks, let's put it that way.
Sad day for us. Yeah, no Starbucks. Shit, here it is though, man.
It's bigger.
Here we are.
Wow.
It's weird because the time change just happened too. So at the beginning of our trip when we showed up at this time, the sun was setting, but
Here we are.
now the sun is still up and rocking. Damn, dude, look at that thing.
It's got a metal roof.
Rough.
Weird. Roof.
Woof.
Woof.
Roof, roof, woof. Roof, roof.
It's kind of hard to see.
Yeah, Jesus, I'm getting blinded by the sun.
Look at that going down right there.
Oh,
What do you think about pulling in here?
Yeah, it's just
I
part
think
of,
so.
God
Unless you go
damn,
around
I
back.
can't see
or something. I have
anything.
no idea.
Well, guys,
Okay.
tonight's gonna be a super interesting night. Hope
Got-
y'all are ready for this one.
Got some people, right?
Yeah, we do
Special
got some
guests.
people. All right, here we go.
So we ended up going to the Randolph County Asylum. And I was super excited, as Colin was, to meet up that night with Paranormal Nightmare. We'd known of them, obviously Colin knows of them. And this was our first time really getting together with them, so that was a really exciting thing to do. Walking into this place, the tour again, once again, massive, totally different vibe there. These long corridors, not a lot of like furnishings there. And I think just the investigation itself was very unique. We did with Paranormal Nightmare. We've never really quite done it like that. And I think it was just like really interesting and really, really active on what we were getting, like communicating much, much more with these spirits. So I think, again, the history of this place speaks for itself, being an asylum. Again, deaths and abuse and all that energy in that place. But I think the key on this one, for me at least, is with Paranormal Nightmare, joining together and really communicating with the spirits that run this asylum.
So the Randolph County Infirmary, Randolph County Asylum, this place is infamous. I've heard, once again, every place on this trip is a place that I've heard is very crazy from a lot of people. But this place is interesting. So as you're going to see in this footage, we've done asylums. I've done Pennhurst. We've done places all over the world. And sometimes asylums have a lot of chaotic, frenetic energy. I don't know. It doesn't feel like almost scary, if that makes sense. This place, the moment we walked down to do this historical tour, felt terrifying. Jeff actually got pushed on camera. You're about to see that in a few moments. But we have some special guests in tonight's episode, Paranormal Nightmare. We are going to be introducing them later on when we start investigating. But first of all, we need to do this historical tour. This one honestly was so engrossing that I could have listened to her talk for hours, and I looked down and the thing was like, oh my God, we've been doing this for an hour and a half. It's crazy. So you guys are going to love this. I know it. Let's just get into it.
Hi, are we good?
We're good.
Welcome to the Randolph County Asylum in Winchester, Indiana. My name is Lydia Carpenter, and we're gonna do our walkthrough, history tour, whatever. And if you want to book this place, Randolph County Asylum, 765-808-8730, 765-808-8730. Awesome.
You gotta
Sorry.
love the shameless self-promotion.
We gotta do it. We gotta do it. Okay. Yes. And I don't get paid for that. So, this is actually our artifact table. The building that we're standing in is the third building on the grounds. Okay. And this building was built in 1899, late December. And like I said, it's our third building. So in this artifact table, everything except for this badge and these shoes were found here on the grounds. We've got the original slate shingles from the original building, the very first asylum that was built in 1851. It burned down, by the way. We've got the old whiskey bottles that were found up underneath the coal in the coal room down in the basement. We've got this thing right here. Do you guys have any guesses as to what that might be?
Looks like you blow a fire with that.
Nope. Totally not.
Okay.
I have no clue.
You're not even gonna guess?
I'm like drawing a blank as to even a guess. Crutches?
Close. It is an actual peg leg. Yes. So
Wow.
we had a resident here and that leg belonged to him. And they called him Peg. He was a member of the traveling carnival.
Oh, that's cool.
And when he passed, we got it. And he's a bit of a trickster. So when people mess with his leg, he tends to mess with them. So that's why we've got it locked up so nobody takes anything home with them anyway. And then, what's this? It's not a prosthetic.
Andre the Giant's cork bottle for his wine? That's a terrible attempt.
Actually, you have the right idea.
Is it a barrel? Plug for a barrel?
It is a bunghole plug, yes sir.
Bunghole?
Bunghole plug. I said it.
Wait,
Not that
are you
bung.
serious?
Not
not
that bung.
Oh,
Not.
But it's a bunghole.
But it is a bunghole plug.
Wow.
This is for a whiskey barrel. Okay. So the whiskey barrels, the hole is typically on the bottom. The old ones, what they would do is they'd lay it on the side, plug up the hole,
Okay.
fill it up, and then age the whiskey.
But in all fairness,
It is a bunghole
my
plug.
guess about
You were
Andre-
right though. Like
that- But that could be Andre's bunghole plug.
Well, Andre's got some splinters in his bunghole. Lord.
I was trying to be fair about it.
Hey, it's okay. It's all right.
Nice.
Thank you. Thank you for going with that with me.
Yeah, I've never seen a bunghole plug quite like that.
Man, oh Lord have mercy. God.
Jeff's got quite the experience with that type of thing.
We are going to start down in the basement, and since we are filming, we're going to go this way. Just because I don't want to spoil. Can you get through there?
Yeah.
Awesome. Now, be careful. If you trip and fall, you signed a waiver.
All right. Oh, wow.
Yes. Now,
Oh my God.
did you get shoved?
I don't know what happened.
They don't like you.
Which is what
the
happened?
hell?
Hang on. Play nice.
What happened?
That was bizarre.
What happened?
I
saw that.
I
It was
came
like-
down. My forward went like this.
Yes, I saw that.
You saw it?
Yeah, I watched you.
My God, that was bizarre.
I watched you. It was
I've never
like
seen you do
flying
that.
Superman. And yeah, holy shit is right. Yeah,
I've never had that happen.
yeah. That's what you get for being a semi-skeptic. So
I'm not really that skeptic though.
that's why I said semi.
Oh, okay.
That's why I said semi.
Kind of got my heart racing a little bit. It's
They
weird.
they want your attention.
Wow.
They want your attention.
Yeah, that was really strange.
I mean,
I've never seen you
honestly,
do that.
I'm not an actor.
No,
This
I
is
know
like-
you're not. I know you're not. It's okay. We're hey,
2 minutes in.
It's all good. It's all good. Okay, so this building on the outside it said what? Randolph County
Infirmary.
This place has been known as the Randolph County Poor Farm, the Randolph County Infirmary, and the Randolph County Asylum at various points throughout its long history. Like I said upstairs, the building that we're standing in is the third building built on the grounds. This one was built in 1899. It was a poor farm, 350 acres to be exact. Now, we had people here that were poor, that couldn't afford a place to live, couldn't find a job, or didn't have the means to find housing necessary. We also had people here that were mentally disabled, but I'm not talking people with schizophrenia, bipolar, things like that. I'm talking about if you had a stutter, it qualified you to live here. And we had physically handicapped people that lived here. Now, I touched on the schizophrenia and the bipolar. There were a couple instances where we had people here that had bipolar disorder, schizophrenia, the violent ones. We didn't have very many of them, and they weren't here for long periods of time. It was more 24, 48, maybe 72 hours, if that. You're still floored. It's got you rocked.
that?
It's got you rocked,
Oh
doesn't
yeah,
it? You keep
weird.
looking at the
I am.
stairs.
I'm like just. That's weird.
You
that I had.
keep
I
looking
got.
at the
I'm
stairs.
kind of like stunned
Yeah, no.
because
you-
I've
you
never.
are.
I've been all over the place.
Yeah.
And I actually got pushed.
Yeah.
I've been scratched, but I've never like actually physically had anybody push me, which is.
And there was, and I need to clarify that there was nobody, like I was standing right down here, you were the last one down the stairs.
Extended my leg.
Are you okay?
No, yeah, I'm okay, but it's like I keep like, it's just like,
Okay.
like did that happen? I'm like, what the hell?
You signed the waiver.
Yeah,
I
shit,
know.
that's not a good sign.
I hear you. It's just freaky, man.
That's funny. Now, the people here that did have the schizophrenia, the bipolar, the people here that were here short term, they were actually kept housed right over here. Now, if they were here, it was a short period of time. Now, they were violent, they had mental issues going on. there were times where we had multiple people with similar issues here at the same time. Would you want them in the same room at the same time? No, we would have World War III, right? So the others were kept over here. We've got documentation that there were cells, not full cells, but half cells. So it would have been, one would have been right there and the other one would have been right in this vicinity. Now, if there was a fourth person, that fourth person was shackled to the wall like this. And we've got marks right here and then right in this general area. It's been plastered over, so it's harder to see, but that one you can tell for sure. Hi, spider. So, yeah. But it was only to keep this individual away from that individual. Just, it's not nice, it sucks, but it's a part of the history, and they ask that we speak it. So, here we go.
Definitely, it's really strange. Like, heavy energy here.
Right in this area.
Yeah.
In this area, yeah.
During tours, usually it's not really.
No,
but like,
no.
You can
Well,
already feel it down here.
You have their attention.
Even I'll say at the Indiana State Sanitarium, it didn't feel like this.
Okay, so we're gonna just touch in this room real quick.
Dude, that hallway on this camera
Yeah.
looks so creepy. The blue light.
Okay, we're gonna cooperate, we're gonna be nice. And this is our mirror room. We've got a mirror out there pointing in, so it does virtually a 360. And we allow people to scry in here. When you have two mirrors facing each other, what does it do? It creates a portal,
Yeah.
right? So with this many mirrors, we've created a mini vortex, so to speak. And portals are like Ouija boards on crack. So I really heard.
Yeah, shuffle.
Yeah, I heard a voice before. I didn't want to stop the interview, but
I'm sorry. I'm so sorry.
No,
but
no.
I have to tell you that you guys have their attention, and it doesn't help that I haven't been here for 5 days. So when I come back home, because this is my home away from home, when I come here, it's a very comforting feeling. It's like walking into grandma's house. But I call the basement the Bermuda Triangle. So there's that.
Yeah, you can feel it down here.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
It's definitely
No
a
doubt.
different feeling.
You're really affected by that.
No,
You're a
I'll
battery.
get through it.
You know you're a battery, right? They draw off of
Yeah.
your energy. Okay, so right now we are on the men's side. I'm gonna stop right here and tell you the story of this individual because one, she doesn't enjoy her story being told in the basement in her room. So I'm giving us a little bit of distance. I'm sure that she would appreciate that. Like I said, we are on the men's side. Really, the basement was not ever used as residential space, except for during both of the wars. When families would get displaced, they would end up here because, like I said, this is a poor farm, right? So when families would get displaced, the men would give up their rooms on the first and second floor, and they would take up residence in the basement rooms and allow the families to stay together. Now there is a resident here, and her name is Ida Gunkel. And Ida Gunkel was alive during the 20s, and she was married to a traveling salesman. Ida had children. Her husband was the main breadwinner, and he was very friendly, a very top-notch salesman, if you catch my drift. He liked the ladies and the ladies liked him. Liked him so much that he contracted neurosyphilis. And he gave Ida neurosyphilis. He got the easy way out and he died, but Ida lived. Ida's favorite daughter died, and then her son was left to take care of her. Well, her son couldn't take care of her anymore, and he brought her here. She was only here for a couple of months, and then she started going, I'm not gonna call her crazy because you're not crazy. She ended up losing her faculties, as one does with syphilis. Syphilis affects the brain. So her room was upstairs, and she would come out in the middle of the day, the middle of the night, all hours, screaming at the top of her lungs, pulling her hair out, scratching at her face. She would use the restroom on herself and in different places in the building, and she was caught rolling around in it. She was even caught wandering the grounds of the 350-acre farm. So she became a liability. Well, the superintendent and the caretaker at that time got together and they were like, listen, we don't know what to do with her. We want to make sure she's safe, but we want to make sure everybody else is safe too. What's going to happen? So they brought her down here to the big room in the basement. Can I finish? We'll come down and talk to you, I promise. Give me 5.2. Okay. Now, they placed Ida in the third room. And her room has bars on the window. Her room wasn't ever a jail cell, okay? We've got a jail cell on the second floor, and then we have the 2 jail cells in that area. Now, they had her stuck in that room. They would lock her in every single night, and then they'd unlock the door in the morning at about 5:30, let her out, and let her socialize with everybody else. Well, one night she asked for a broom, and the superintendent's wife didn't think anything of it. She gave her the broom thinking she was going to clean up after herself because residents here were responsible for cleaning up after themselves. So they gave her a broom, locked the door, told her good night, and she went upstairs and turned in for the evening. In the middle of the night, Ida had ripped the material off of her mattress, tied part of the material to the broom handle, threw the broom handle up over the pipes, and tied the other end of the material around her neck and stepped off of her bed. Her bed was only about yay tall, so it didn't really do anything. So the next best thing was to lean into it. The next morning when she was let out, they found her with her feet flat on the floor, leaning at a 45-degree angle. And her death certificate says that she died of strangulation, not of a broken neck. It is what it is. Come on.
Oh.
Okay.
Don't be mad at me. That's her room.
Oh, this is.
You're more than welcome to go in there if you want to just video real quick.
This is where she took her life.
Yeah, I feel a lot of stuff there.
Like I said, she does not enjoy her passing being talked about in her room. You're more than welcome to ask her present tense questions, okay? Like, we do a lot of yes, no, flashlight work. Everything in that room has either something that she picked herself or gifts that were left for her. But just don't talk about her passing in there. Good?
Should I do it if you're not gonna walk in there?
I did walk in there, but
That really is wild.
Oh yeah, most definitely. Come on.
Is that you? Did you hear that?
Like a
Sounded
shuffling?
like a rock being thrown. Like, you heard that pop?
A pop?
That wasn't you hitting something?
No, I didn't hit anything.
That was like super loud.
I slid around the door.
Yeah, it was literally like a rock hitting like
Yeah.
the
well,
floor.
I think the cement, more like a rock on cement.
Yeah.
Anyways,
Okay, interesting.
So, this room is Walter's workshop. And Walter's name was Walter Ryan Armstrong. And if Walter were alive today, he would be considered to be on the spectrum. He enjoyed his isolation and he had his quirks. And his quirks can be seen today. All the nails and the screws on the front of this workbench, all the way around, up on the wall, and at the top of the workbench. He would hammer and pull the nails out, and hammer and pull the nails out all day long if he could. Yeah. Now, remember, this was his workshop, okay? Turn around and tell me what that is right there. Yes, sir. Stick your head in there. I dare ya.
Dumb waiter?
No, it is not a dumbwaiter. You gotta stick it all the way in there.
Wow.
Tell me what it is.
Oh my goodness. The heck is it? Looks like a laundry chute.
That's what it is. This was never a laundry room, though. When we go upstairs to the first floor, I'll tell you why. Let's go. This is our delousing area. So this would have been the first stop for many residents. You can go ahead and take a look in there.
Oh, wow.
This is where they get the spray down.
Yes. All right, so this would have been the original furnace room. Now, I struggled with the door, okay? The door is very heavy. If you investigate in there, make sure somebody knows where you're at. Buddy system is key because sometimes this door does not open from the inside. Be very careful. My best friend has gotten herself stuck in here a time or two. And the only way she got out was because she had her cell phone on her. But it goes all the way around. We can take a quick walk through.
Wow.
Be careful, there's a little piece of wood. Here's a bar. Here's some plastic, pick up a beat. Oh boy, telling you to be careful and I about smoked my face. Original furnace room, right? Behind this door is our mechanical room. But also, is where the coal room was housed. You can just kind
Wow.
of peek in there.
Oh, wow.
So that's where they would load the coal. Now, when you pulled in, did you see that brick square rectangle thing that kind of jutted out into? That's that.
Interesting.
Yes. Now, I'll have Dan fix that. Okay, we'll go back out here. So typically, this is 60,000 square feet, okay? And typically, if we had coal delivered, it was a 2-3 person job, and it normally took all day because it's a lot of coal. Now, there was a gentleman that took up residence in this little, I call it the Harry Potter cabinet under the stairs. But if you look on the wall, there's an A carved into the wall. And if you took a piece of paper and a pencil and traced over this, you'd get Anthony 06. Anthony Davis was an African-American gentleman that lived here in 1906. Randolph County was home to the very first 5 freed African-American settlers. So the very first 5 freed men settlers took up camp in Randolph County. Randolph County was also home to the very first integrated school. So Randolph County was way ahead of its time as far as race relations were concerned. Why would you think that Anthony would have his room right here? Any guesses?
Nice little private corner.
Yes and no. So I showed you the furnace room. Yeah. I showed you the coal room. Warmth-ish. Yeah. Residents were not required to work on the poor farm. A lot of times they did work to give them job experience, so when they did get out into the world, they had the skills and the trades necessary for employers to hire them. Anthony took the job of heating this place. So instead of taking up residence on the 1st or 2nd floor, he's right here, right by the coal room, right by the old furnace room, and he was able to keep the place heated at all hours of the day and night. It wouldn't have been all hours of the day because the government funded this place, okay? And anything that the government has its hands in, well, we already know, cheap, quick, and probably freaking stupid. So, anyway. This is the men's dining room. And every time I do a tour, I get to push that button.
That's so cool.
And I scare the shit out of every single group, which is fantastic. And they were waiting for that. They were wanting me to scare you, but it didn't happen. So, this is the men's dining room, and that bell rang every single day, 5 times a day, from 1899 when we opened our doors, till late 2006, early 2007 when we closed them, for the exception of 2 weeks when this place became an old folks home. And that was in the late 80s, early 90s. And when they stopped ringing that bell, the residents raised holy hell for 2 weeks until they brought the bell back. The superintendents and the caretakers told them, you don't need this bell. You guys are all adults. If you want to eat, you can eat. If you want to sleep, you can sleep. Do what you do. Well, what they did was lived by that bell. The bell told them when to wake up, when it was time for breakfast, when it was time for lunch, when it was time for dinner, and when it was bedtime. They were conditioned. I don't want to call them institutionalized because this was not really an institution. But yeah. Yeah, most definitely. Now, also in this men's dining room, we've got the creeper. And that's like psychokinetic energy. It's a ball of energy, but it's bigger than a ball. It looks like an octopus, but it's got tentacles and like feet on the ends of its tentacles. And it's so weird because what it does is it'll go from corner to corner on the floor, it'll go across the wall, it'll go around. It's not bad and it's not good. It's energy. So take it however you will, but energy's energy, and what you do with energy is whatever you do with it. let's go.
I've never met a tentacle creature
It's
before.
crazy.
Sounds awesome, though.
I'm gonna flip on the light. Now, we are in Doris Addington's kitchen. And this is a picture of Doris Addington. Doris was the cook here for a significant amount of time. Doris first came here when she was about 11 years old. She qualified to live here because she had a stutter. So when I said earlier that if you even had a stutter, you qualified to live here, that was considered a handicap back then. Now, Doris lived here until she was about 20, 21, 22, and was the cook. Now, she went out, left here for about a year, just to kind of play around and see what the world had to offer, and realized that this is the place that she did the most good, and came back and continued to be the cook. I'm sorry, that's not coming from that. I just want to... I don't know what that noise is. That's the original ice box, or the freezer, cooler, refrigerator. Doris Addington is still very active in this kitchen. She did eventually pass away in this building when she was about 86 years old. And she died of pneumonia. But as most old people do, she starved herself. So it was pneumonia and starvation that eventually killed her. This is the women's dining room, okay? So this building is 60,000 square feet, okay? It is separated men's side, women's side. This building was never segregated by race. It wasn't segregated by gender until about 1915, 1916. And that's a story that we'll get into on the second floor. I call this basement the Bermuda Triangle. You come down here and you have one feeling. You come back down here and it's a completely different feeling.
Right.
It's unreal. It's absolutely ridiculous. So I pointed out that laundry chute, right? But it's in the workshop. This is the laundry room. So clearly, I mean, we got sinks and set up, and we don't know if laundry time was segregated. We don't know if men and women could do their laundry together because, like I said, men and women were responsible for cleaning up after themselves and doing those types of things to the best of their ability, okay? I want to show you one thing before we go because I think it's cool and I think you guys would appreciate this.
We love cool stuff.
This is the original coal-fired water heater. I call her Big Bertha. Definitely very steampunky.
Right.
The gauges and all of that, but she is plastered. Not really plastered. She's stuck to the freaking floor. She will not ever be leaving. This is our permanent resident. And this is what she was replaced with, unfortunately. So.
Less character on the second one for sure.
Yeah, right? See, this is real, and this is...
Yeah.
This reminds me of Pee-wee's Playhouse.
Yeah, right? Awesome.
And as we got into the interview about halfway, you could just feel all the spirits there again. I mean, again, a different kind of heavy, but just for me, more of an uneasiness for sure on this one. I felt almost a little bit more, I don't want to say fear, but definitely didn't want to walk in the back of the pack or, things like that. And I think ultimately you could just, again, as the interview happened, they know her, I think they started to come out of the rooms, if you will, and just be around us. I kind of felt a presence much more. But again, I didn't quite know what that felt like, but it definitely made me feel kind of uneasy compared to other places.
Okay, so I said that this building was 60,000 square feet, 4 stories, and it is in the shape of a cross. We were just standing in the T of the cross right there, so it goes all the way through, and that is on each floor, and the body is on each floor of the building. And if you do an aerial view, it looks just like a cross.
I noticed that earlier.
Yes.
Is it an upside down cross? Yeah.
All right, so the original asylum was built in 1851. It was a wooden structure that housed 19 people. It was up for maybe 5-10 years. It was heated by wood-burning stove and lit up by candles and oil lamps. I like to think that those people got a little bored because they burned the place down. Nobody died though, okay? And then we built our second one actually right across the driveway. When you guys pulled in, there was that empty lot right there. That's where the second building was built. And the second building was actually built with bricks made from the clay dirt mixture on site and fired on site as well. But because the government had a hand in building it, it was done cheaply, it was done quickly, and it was done stupidly because they didn't fire the bricks long enough. They fired 100 bricks for the correct amount of time, they pulled them out, they started building the building, and then they got impatient and started pulling them out faster and faster and faster and saying, oh, this'll do. And they started to build the second asylum. That second asylum ended up falling apart in the weather, in the heat. So for all intents and purposes, it melted. So 1880s, we have records at the Historical Society Museum of women taking their pillows, bedclothes, clothes, anything that they could find, shoving them in the holes in the walls and around the windows to keep them from falling in and keep the weather from coming in and wreaking havoc on what they had. So, let's fast forward to 1895. The citizens of Winchester had had enough because this building was a home for the destitute, the feeble-minded, the physically handicapped, okay? But it was falling apart. It was absolutely unlivable. So the residents went to the county commissioners and said, you need to go out to the asylum and you need to take a look at where our people are living. Our family, your family. They're like, it's okay. 1895, there was a brand new invention. You have any idea what that might be? It's something that you use every single day, multiple times a day, and you've used twice since you've been here.
Bathroom.
Indoor plumbing, a toilet. Now, they had a toilet installed in the basement of the second asylum. And that plumbing was ran all the way back to Salt Creek. And Salt Creek, if you go outside and you stand in the driveway and you look back, it's back past the tree lines, okay? And everybody in 1895 that had toilets installed had their plumbing ran all the way back to Salt Creek. Salt Creek quickly became Shit Creek. Yes, and that's actually kind of where they get the term up shit creek without a paddle. Our creek. It's fantastic, right? Yeah. Now, anyway, so 1898, Lord have mercy. So conditions had gotten so bad at the second building that the residents of Winchester were like, listen, you have to go out and you have to see what's going on. So the commissioners finally came out and took a look. They saw the windows falling out. They saw holes in the wall. They went down into the basement and they saw 18 inches of raw sewage standing in the basement from where the pipe had burst. See, we had somebody that knew how to install a toilet, just nobody that knew how to fix them. So, county commissioners said, scratch this, we've got to do something else. So they came over to the original foundation of the original asylum that burnt down. They took a look around and they said that the foundation still looked pretty good, but at that point in history, we had more people without homes and that couldn't take care of themselves than we knew what to do with. So we shore up around the foundation, extended it. Late December 1899, the 60,000 square foot 4-story asylum was built. Right now, where we're standing is the backyard, technically, of the original asylum, the one that burnt down. If you look at that wall, notice that it's brick, right? Take a look at this one, and it's limestone. This is the foundation of the original wooden building, the one that burned down. Now, this is the window for the room that we're getting ready to go into. Then if you look right over there, this is the door for the room that we're getting ready to go into. Now, you guys know what that is?
Masonic?
It is a Masonic keystone. Now, the Freemasons in Winchester actually used the basement of the original asylum as a meeting house until it burned down. And when it burned down, they went into Winchester and they built an actual building for themselves. We also have recently found out that a senator turned president who lived in Illinois. I'm not gonna say he was born in Illinois because he wasn't. He lived in Illinois. He's a very tall, slender man with a top hat. He actually walked through this door 4 or 5 times. Do you know who that man might be? Abraham Lincoln, yes. There are conflicting stories saying that the Masons tried to recruit Abraham Lincoln. There are people that say that Abraham Lincoln said no thank you and walked away from the Masons. And then there are people that say that he was secretly a member. So, all I know, my great uncle on my mom's side and my dad's side were both 32-degree Masons, and they're a different breed. That's all I'll say. They've got an interesting point of view. Yeah, so this is our meat room. This is the original butcher block for the meat room. This is the window that they would use to pull in the animals, lay the animals on the butcher block, slaughter them, and then place them in the freezer. And right behind the freezer is the door to the meat room. Well, it wasn't the door to the meat room, but it was a door to the basement for the original asylum. Now, 1920s, 1930s, Randolph County had a severe issue with cholera. Do you guys know what cholera is? Mm-hmm. So you get cholera by drinking water that has feces in it, specifically pig feces, right? And if you drink the water, you end up shitting yourself to death. They say if you get cholera by morning, you are dead by night, okay? So the county undertakers and the morticians had so many bodies that they could not keep up and they didn't know what to do. At that time, our meat room had a dirt floor. So they went to the county commissioners and they asked if they could use the meat room as a makeshift morgue. We're down in the basement. It's dark. It's cold. It's away from things. It's the perfect environment, right? That's what they thought. The county commissioners happened to agree and said, go ahead. So the undertakers and the morticians brought in an embalming table, placed it right here in the middle of the floor, took the bodies, placed them on the table, and embalmed them, allowing the bodily fluids to fall out into the dirt floor. When they were done embalming you, they placed your body in the freezer on one side and the pork chops on the other.
That's twisted.
It is very twisted. And the entire time that this room was used as a makeshift morgue, the bodies were stacked to about here.
God.
Yeah. So that gives you an idea of how big of a problem we're dealing with. So, with that being said, a couple months go by, and this is the women's side, correct? So, 3 women actually got sick and passed away. And the county tried to cover it up and say that it was food poisoning. But the problem with that is everybody here ate the same thing. So tell me why more people aren't dead, dying, or sick. Because it wasn't food poisoning. At that point, they had contracted the bacteria and the illness that was lying in the dirt floor, and they got sick and died. So the county was like, you know what, listen, we have to stop this. So they told the undertaker and the mortician to pack up, go about their merry way, and they proceeded to clean up. Well, their version of cleaning up was to lay 18 inches of concrete over the dirt floor. That's the only thing that's preventing us from breathing in all that nasty bacteria. And if you don't believe me that we are 18 inches taller, here's the door to the storage room, right next door. This is the original door.
Wow.
And you can tell by the archway right there that that is the original door to the storage room. And then these doors were added, clearly. Ready?
Ready.
Yeah, that room was used for storage, dry storage. I'm not a fan of that room. I'm not gonna go in there. I get a very uncomfortable feeling.
Squeak in there.
That was my camera.
Oh.
Yeah. So those shelves in there, all that wood, was actual shelves that were up in the room, and we have since taken them down. But at one point, it was 90% shelving in there. So it was a very easy place to hide and get away with certain things. Well, undocumented stories, accounts, and things, acts of violence happened in that room. Rape happened in that room. So I don't go there. Anyway, we just did a full circle, okay?
Oh, shit.
Yeah. You ready to go upstairs?
I'm ready to go upstairs.
All right. Yes. Welcome to the residence section of the asylum. This is the first floor women's side. Now, I promise you, you will get confused. You will get lost. Okay, so that wheelchair on the arm, it's a metal, and I just saw something shine off of that. That's why I'm looking down there, because they're. So, anyway, this is the women's side. I guarantee you tonight you will get confused at least once, okay? And this is a little trick to realize and remember what side you're on. All you have to do is look out the window. If you look out the window when you're on this side and realize it is dark, but you look out the window and you see the trees and the greenery and the plants out here, This is the women's side because women love pretty things. If you're on the other side, you look outside and you see the parking lot, cars, boys and their toys. It's the men's side.
The door was pink.
Well, that too, but that actually was added when this place was an old folks' home. Because originally, it was the institution color, white, gray, tan, all the bland colors. They added the pinks and turquoises and blues and greens to kind of try and boost the morale of the residents. Now, this room belonged to a little boy named Noah. Noah was a 9-year-old boy that lived here with his mother, and he died of the measles. And Noah is a very active resident here. All the toys in here either make noise, they light up, they do something. And he loves the interaction. You'll see papers, you'll see books, there are pencils, markers, all kinds of stuff. He enjoys when people interact with him, so feel free to write him a note, read him a book, do something with him. You'll get an interaction.
Awesome. Noah.
You both have to come in this room. I don't care how terrified you are. You've got to come in here. So, this room, I'm going to point out the slanted wall here. The slanted wall signifies that this is a medical room, okay? So, any room that you go into with a slanted wall, know that that is a medical room. There were not ever any doctors or nurses that lived here as far as we know, okay? The closest doctor was in Winchester. And if you died here, or if you needed medical attention, you had to hook up the horse and buggy, haul ass to Winchester, hope to God that you could find the doctor, and hope to God that you made it back in time to save said individual's life. So it was a pretty touch and go rocky situation. Now, this room did belong to Doris Addington, the cook in the kitchen. And Doris had an affinity for dolls. And the dolls on the bottom row here belong to her. And every other doll in this room has been left by repeat offenders or found by our owners, Dan and Rich Allen. So, people have been known to leave dolls here for her, and if they have a spirit box, and you have the spirit box on, she says thank you. She's a very polite individual. She is just like everybody's grandmother. She's a lovely old lady. Now, if you take a look at the wall right there, we've got our comic relief. Because most men, I hate to say men but most men are afraid of dolls. So those Barbies were set up on that pole as kind of a, hey, laugh, joke. Well, they do tip. They've made $95 and counting. So don't hesitate to tip, okay? They work very hard for their money.
Yes, no, it looks like it.
They do. Now, each floor of the asylum is exactly the same. The residents are not the same, but the floors are. And this is the first floor women's day room. And if you look out the window, I know it's kind of dark. Oh my God, look at the moon. That's beautiful. So I don't know if you can see, let's see what's gonna be easier. There is a brick building, but there's a brick building just right there. Not off in the distance, but just right there. And that's actually our chicken coop. Yes. And the chicken coop, we had a resident here by the name of John Doty who took care of the chickens. There are newspaper articles about John. He had never rode a bike, never driven a car, never been married, never kissed a girl, couldn't read or write, lived here for an extended period of time, and the chickens were his best friends. So he would feed the chickens in the morning and then go out and pick a chicken for dinner. There's a running joke, and we call him Chicken Tender. So, hand washing. We've got handicap accessible bathing, and remember, we are still on the women's side. This is the first floor women's restroom. The restrooms on this side, not just the women's side, but the men's side, the restrooms on the residents' side of the asylum do not work. Once again, the restrooms do not work. Please don't use them. First floor women's chapel. Now, we did hold church service here. And it wasn't by denomination, it was really whatever denomination we could get to come out here and hold church service.
Yeah, these buildings are way bigger on the inside.
Yeah, then they look on the outside, right? It's crazy.
That's what I was thinking. This is massive in here.
First floor men's day room. Now, I know you got some footage from outside, but that wooden, or the white garage right there, the land immediately behind that, there is a section, probably from that wall to about here and yay big. That's our pauper's field, so our unmarked cemetery. We've got about 51 to 53 bodies buried out there, and one mummy.
A mummy?
So there was a man named Mose, and he was from Ohio. Ansonia, Ohio, I do believe. There are newspaper articles about this one as well. Mose passed away without any family, okay? And the city was responsible for his body. This was during the Great Depression, and he passed away, and the city puts an ad in the paper and says, if anybody knows who this man is or is of any relation to this man, would you please come and claim his body so we can carry on with our next victim. Fantastic. Two men from a neighboring town came over and said, we're not related to him, but we'll claim his body and we'll give him his good Christian burial. And the officials were like, take him. I mean, it's the Great Depression. We got better things to worry about than a body, right? Wrong. Anyway, so these men take ownership of his body. Keep in mind, he is not embalmed. Because if you die and the city or government has your body, they're going to do things cheaply, quickly, and stupidly, once again, and they're not going to embalm you, okay? They're going to put you in a box and they're going to bury you, and that'll be the end of it. Well, these two men had the idea of wrapping Mose up like an authentic Egyptian mummy and traveling around Ohio and Indiana, charging 10 cents a head for people to see the authentic Egyptian mummy. They get to Indiana, and by the time they get to Indiana, Moses' body had started to rot and decompose. And anybody that was watching or seeing him was getting sick. And During this time, people are still thinking that the mummy's curse is real. So they're kind of panicking, thinking that they're dying. They go to the county officials here in Winchester and they say, listen, we saw this body. We're sick. Or we cursed. These men are doing this thing. And so the police go to these two men and they're like, what's going on? And these men are like, listen, we didn't do anything wrong. This is not a real mummy. There is no curse. And the officials are like, listen, this is desecration of corpse. So we're going to go ahead and arrest you and bury Mose out at the poor farm in our pauper cemetery.
That's so interesting.
51, 53 bodies and one mummy. Men's side now, okay? So we've got first floor men's restroom, same as this, the women's side. It doesn't work. Don't use my restroom, okay? Thank you. And this is the first floor men's chapel, all right? People are terrified of Constance Hatchaway. That's not the name of the actual attachment of that dress, but that dress does have an attachment. And that dress was not here. It was brought here by one of our volunteers, and the dress has requested to stay here. So, yeah.
That's a creepy mannequin.
Very creepy. We've got the mannequin when you walk in, and that's its sister.
Oh, so which one did I see?
This one.
The one, yeah, this is the one in the window. Yeah, yeah.
It's a pretty grass.
Oh, definitely. Very pretty. Don't play with it because she'll say, hey, well, no, she'll be like, when are we getting married?
Oh, no. I already have a wife. So.
It doesn't matter to her. So I need you to look up there. It's blocked off, okay? Every other room that is open. What they would do is they would take candles or oil lamps and place them up there, okay? Instead of all of the smoke and everything collecting in this room, it would go out into the hallway, and the long, narrow hallways and the doors kind of create a vacuum and suck out, and not as much carbon monoxide. It's that light. That's the buzzing. But welcome to quarantine.
Great.
Right? It takes you back to 2020. Once again, slanted wall, medical room, right? And this right here is the laundry chute, okay? Now, at the beginning of the 1900s, we are at the beginning of germ theory and figuring out exactly how bacteria and illness is spread, right? And we find out that bacteria and illness is spread through bodily fluids. So when you're in here, when you lived here, we had people here that had tuberculosis, Spanish influenza. We had it all, okay? This was a poor farm, all right? We had all walks of life. If you were sick, this was the last ditch resort, okay? Now, if you were here in quarantine, you had one of two options. Either get better or die. Either way, what are we to do with your bedclothes? Throw them down the laundry chute, and there was somebody at the bottom of that laundry chute, not Walter, but someone down there collecting the bedclothes and taking them and catching them on fire to prevent the spread of bacteria, illness, and disease. So that's why that laundry chute is down there. Less exposure, yes. See, I told you I'd answer. Now, each one of these rooms, and feel free to stick your camera in there, But this is the men's side, okay? Typically, when people lived here, you would have families of 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 in the early 1900s, right? Because what else did we have to do? Make babies, okay? So, but when you were here, the rooms are incredibly small.
Is this wheelchair actually from her?
No, the wheelchair is not, but yeah. So that is one, that's an actual old antique wheelchair. We've got a couple antique wheelchairs here that people have messed with. Feel free to play with the wheelchairs, sit in them, except for the ones that are super old and already broken because people have sat in them and broken them and people suck. So anyway, this actually, beautiful. This is one of the only original items from the asylum, okay? So, bed frame. Now I want you to notice how high up off the ground it actually is in correlation with the size of the room. It's a very small room, right? Not much space at all. Up underneath though, plenty of storage space because typically you would have just a basic mattress. So either straw or feather or whatever, and then you'd use the bottom for storage. But this is probably the only smart thing that the county did, or the only nice thing that the county did. I can't quite figure out which one. They were fucked.
That's not a lot of her time.
No, definitely not. All right, so we're just gonna do quick. All right, so there are 2 rooms up here that are marked private. I share this room with 2 other girls. We do stay the night here. I'm not staying the night here tonight. I gotta work at 6:30 tomorrow morning, and I'm sure you don't want me here. But my room, and then we've got our office. But this would have been the superintendent's section of the asylum. The superintendent and his wife and their children lived here as well. All of these rooms have beds. So if you do feel like sleeping, there's this room, there's a room over there, and there's a room over there, and they all have beds. And this is the heated section of the asylum.
Yeah, it feels nice over here.
Oh, most definitely. You can tell, right?
Falling out.
Okay. I told you downstairs that this place was segregated by gender, not by race, right? I do it every time.
Is that holy water?
No, it is lilac. That is her, it's her favorite scent.
Oh, okay.
Lulu Woods was a resident here with her stepfather in 1914, 1915. She came here after her stepmom died. Her and her stepfather did. A couple months after she got here, she became pregnant. A couple months later, they find out that her stepfather molested her. They arrested her stepfather, and she was here, pregnant and alone, 14, 15 years old. She gave birth, no big deal. A year or 2 go by, and she gets raped by a resident and gets pregnant again. Gives birth again. Another year goes by, and she gets raped yet again, and ends up giving birth for a 3rd time. So she's here with 3 children, all in diapers, along with the mental trauma, emotional trauma, physical trauma, dealing with all of that, okay? At that time, women's health was not, mental health was not, if a woman spoke up against her husband, we were considered crazy and taken to the state hospital, lobotomized, and forgot about, right? So people said that she was crazy. She was not. After her children reached a certain age, she wanted so badly to leave. And the state of Indiana said, you can leave, but your children aren't going with you. The state of Indiana deemed her unfit and took her children away from her and placed them up for adoption. Well, there's a family by the last name of Howell that lives in Delaware County. That's Muncie, Indiana. And they end up adopting all 3 of Lulu's children, which was relatively unheard of at that time. What was even worse, well, it wasn't worse, it was actually a really good thing for her, was she was probably the very first case of open adoption in the state of Indiana, because the Howells allowed Lulu to keep in contact with her children and her children to keep in contact with Lulu. Now, years go by, Lulu is no longer living here. She is actually buried at our cemetery in Winchester under the last name of Schultz, okay? But Lulu was about 76 years old, and she passes away of a heart attack. Upon further examination, they found vaginal bleeding and bruising. So she was raped, and that's what caused her heart attack, and that's what killed her. So her entire life has been one trauma after the next, all right? She's got a lot of, not baggage. She carries a lot, okay? And she is a very depressed soul and is still here. And this is Lulu's room, and this is why the building is segregated by gender, not by race. Thank you.
I heard that.
So I couldn't believe the history of this place. I mean, you had a woman who took her own life in this room. You have the spirit of a happy woman who cooked in the kitchen over here. You have the spirit of this man who used to live under the stairs. There are so many unique spirits in the asylum that are all attached to their own unique stories. And that's what I think is so interesting about the history of this place. It's not like, oh, these are the rooms where the patients used to live and there's no specific story. There are tons of specific stories here, and it makes the investigation way more, I think, interesting when you can actually try to reach out to people and talk to the history. But let's keep going.
This is the nursery, okay? There is no light in here, but this is where the children would have played, okay? And fun thing that's not related to this building, but they're here now. This is from the Boyhood Church of the Reverend Jim Jones. This is from the church, and that is from the church, so.
Wow.
Yeah. Yeah.
Super cool.
So I told you downstairs, each floor of the asylum is the exact same. We are on the women's side, okay?
Got centuries.
Yes. Second floor, women's day room. Second floor, women's chapel. Second floor, men's day room. Second floor, men's chapel. Now, take a walk.
Oh, wow.
That is our jail cell that a resident, he was an actual judge in Randolph County, okay, an actual judge, a retired judge. Right before retirement, he came to the county commissioners and he asked if he could pay for a room out here. The county commissioners were really confused. You've got money. Why would you want to live out here? And he said it was because he didn't have any family. He'd have a roof over his head, 3 square meals a day, and all the company he could ever want. So let him pay for a room out here. And the county commissioners, being The greedy, money-hungry individuals that they are said, okay, what do you want? And he said that he wanted the first room on the second floor men's side and a jail cell installed, because we were going into World War II and we're at the bottom of the totem pole. Any individual, any man that was well enough to fight was called off. The police force here was literally gone. There was nobody here and they were policing themselves. So what he would do is he would hold mock trial up in the attic and then sentence them to however many days in the jail cell that he saw fit.
That's interesting.
Most definitely. Now, this room belonged to a man named John Oliver Champ. And John Oliver Champ was about 86 years old when he was here, and he was only here for a couple of months. While he was here, there were 4 other gentlemen that lived here, and this was right around the time of World War II. Those 4 individuals tried to join the army but were kicked out because they were alcoholics. And if you're an alcoholic in the army, they don't want you because you're not well enough to watch the other person's six. And hell, I don't want anybody watching my six if you can't keep your eyes open or your mind off the sauce. Anyway, those 4 individuals came here to the Randolph County Asylum expecting to run the place, expecting to be the brawn, be the bullies, okay, in a sense. Anyway, they were here terrorizing people. And John Oliver Champ confronted those 4 men and said, listen, people here may be afraid to speak out against you, but I'm not. So as soon as I get evidence against you, I'm gonna bring it to the commissioners, I'm gonna bring it to the superintendent, and you guys are gonna be arrested, and that's gonna be the end of it. Well, the 4 men laughed at him. But apparently he had enough weight to scare them, because one day, the 1st or 2nd week of September, he's in his room cleaning, as they were all doing, and he's at his window, and he's cleaning the window from the top all the way down to the bottom. He lifts up the window, sits down on the windowsill, puts the window down on top of him and proceeds to wash the window from the top all the way down to the bottom, and he shoved out the window. Okay? He shoved out the window. The superintendent is out in the field, and he's coming up to the house, and we've got diary entries at the Historical Society Museum that say that he's walking up to the house from the field, and he sees John Oliver Champ fall, and he hits, and he dies. And the superintendent's dumbfounded, and he's looking up at the window, and he sees 2 silhouettes in the window, but the sun is causing too much of a glare in the window to see exactly who it is. He sees 2 figures walking away, not running. If it were truly an accident, you better believe that I would be hightailing it to go find help, right? Like any normal individual would. No. So they deal with John Oliver Champ's body, and then they start the investigation, and they find out that it was 2 of the 4 men that got kicked out of the army. They arrested them and sent them to the local state hospital facility, and there they stayed. And peace was eventually restored throughout this land. The judge's room. One last place. Are you ready?
Ready.
Lights.
Whoa.
This is the attic.
Oh my gosh, over here too.
It goes all the way back here. So, could it be an upside down cross? I don't know. But clearly, the bottom of the cross You got lights on the camera, right?
Mm-hmm.
Would you mind if I cut the light?
Do it.
This area right here is where the judge held his mock trials. And once again, that goes out like that, and then that side goes out. So we are in the T of the cross right here. And this ladder, I'm only gonna say this once, was built in 1899. It is roped off for your own freaking protection. Do not climb the ladder. If you climb the ladder, you better find another way back down, because you're not coming back in.
Yeah.
If you even make it up there.
You couldn't pay me to climb that ladder.
And it goes up to the cupola, actually. And that concludes our tour.
So, one question.
Yes, sir.
You would say that this place is haunted?
Fuck yeah.
Yeah?
Yeah.
From personal experience too?
Yes. Yeah. Every day of my life.
Wow, usually people are like, yeah, it's pretty haunted.
No.
That's a good sign for us.
No, beyond a shadow of a doubt. This place calls people here that belong here. This place brings people here that have been here before. And I'm telling you, I don't know, I don't care what your beliefs are. The both of you were residents here in a past life. Just saying.
Okay.
I don't doubt it.
You would have been on the woman's side.
Shut up! Shut up, that's hilarious!
You got me. Damn.
So at this point in the night, it was time to welcome our special guests, the Foreman Brothers, Paranormal Nightmare. I've watched their channel for a while, known about them for years. We've actually been friends, talked a bunch online, but we've never actually met up until that night. And it was truly a pleasure having those guys out. I'm really glad that they were able to make it. And yeah, this investigation is pretty mind-blowing. So let's start getting into it. All right, everybody. So it's about 10:30. We are here outside the Randolph County Asylum. Crazy place, crazy energy in there. Jeff got pushed earlier. Tonight we have some special guests that we are going to introduce you to in a moment. Everything's already set up inside, but I can honestly tell you that the energy in this building is really thick. We were just at the Indiana State Sanatorium the other day, and there's energy there, but it was totally different. This place, even just being in the basement, is like, holy shit, there's somebody like right there, and you can, I don't know, it's hard to explain because you can't get across a feeling on video, but you can really feel it in there tonight.
Papa Spooks, how
Yes,
you doing?
hey,
friend?
doing good. It's cold out here, but man, again, special guests are cool. You guys are going to see shortly. Colin already said, wow, I don't know. First time ever for me that you'll see it. I was walking down the stairs during the interview and something shoved me from behind and I missed a couple steps. I believe I hit the wall and I went down the other 2 steps and barely kept myself from falling down, but she saw it. The interviewer said they didn't like me, or I'm not sure what they said, but that freaked me out. My heart was racing for the first time ever, like literally like 200 beats a minute. And so that is the beginning of what this is going to be tonight. I don't know. It's going to scare the crap out of me, but it is, like Colin said, it's much bigger than it looks like from the outside. And when you're down on that lower level, especially, you feel like this dark dread. So I'm excited to go, and especially with our guests we've got tonight.
Well, everybody, without further ado, I think it's time to get into this this place. I've heard, like I said before, from a lot of people that this place is like extremely active, and we're just excited to be here. Thank you to everybody for watching. Thanks for making our dreams come true and for tuning in every week. Shout out to the spooky fam online. Let's get to stay spooky in the chat.
Okay, let's go, man.
All right. Oh shit, I almost just... What the fuck? This door's supposed to be open. Yeah, we actually got locked out.
Wait a second. Can you call those guys? Or...
Yeah, this door.
This
is the unlocked door that's.
Yeah, this is where you can go out and have like smoke or something. Do you want to try to reach them? Yeah, this is the door that's supposed to be unlocked. That one's supposed to stay and come out.
Yeah, isn't this supposed to be unlocked?
Yeah, that one's supposed to stay under over here.
I'll say, because the pen was in there whenever I,
Well, shit.
well, now it's unlocked. So. Now,
Okay. Now anybody can come in.
Oh,
let's pull the pen.
maybe it's cold. Yeah.
Dude, look at
That's sweet.
Paralight all the way to the top, dude. That's crazy, actually.
I was just watching a thing about that.
I mean, dude, that's so much like EMF. It never goes that high. And it's not just right there. Look at it. See? It's not glitchy. Dude, it's literally this. You go over here. I thought this was just having like an error moment.
Oh, wow.
Look at. There you go. Baseline.
It's a lot of energy.
That's crazy, actually. I don't think I've ever seen it do that.
But if he walks in the room, he goes back down.
Yeah.
Does it change?
Yeah, over by the windowsill.
All right, everybody. So we're here in the asylum or infirmary, whatever you want to call the building, and we have our special guests.
We're here.
Oh!
Paranormal Nightmare, Paranormal Files, finally together.
The Nightmare Files.
Nightmare Files.
Version of good taste.
Well, you guys have investigated this place like many times.
Yeah, this is probably one of our favorite asylums to come to, not only because we only live 20 minutes away, but out of all the asylums we've been to, this is like legit, probably one of the most active places, and which you guys will hopefully see tonight. Each floor, it's like a different feeling. Like this side, we tend to pick up more on the women, and then down in the basement, you get like a darker energy. The basement's creepier than hell.
That's what we like to hear,
Yes,
though, right?
yeah.
But that's the thing tonight. You guys have seen what happened to me down in the basement. We're gonna see if it happens to Colin.
Oh, great.
There you go. Thank
Great.
you. Thank you.
Yeah, he's
for
like, thank God it's
making
not me.
the choice.
So I'm challenging Colin tonight to be in the basement by himself.
Well,
There you go, man.
can't really say no. I mean, there's 3 of you guys and only 2 of us, so.
Introduction wise,
Yeah.
we've got Josh, we got Sean, and Rocky. My memory is still intact. So I did remember you guys.
That's good, you remembered that.
That's always a positive.
Yeah, this floor right here, last time I was in here by myself. I was in this doll room, which is creepier than hell. And I was sitting right there, and it came across, and all my equipment started going off like crazy. And she said, I see you. I said, what is your name? And she goes, my name's Catherine. So I contacted Dan, and there was a Catherine that did die inside this building. Wow. So that was pretty cool.
And these are Doris's dolls down at the bottom, I believe, right? Wasn't that what she said? Who was the cook? Should we do something in here right away, or what do you guys think?
I'm ready. If you guys are ready to start investigating,
Yep.
I'm gonna actually go.
You can get lost in here. You know,
Yeah,
I can
or
see
what
see that.
floor you're on, or just where you're at in the building, where you think you could be close to the exit. No, you're not even close.
Yeah, it's honestly a lot. Even we were saying, it's a lot bigger, and just like it doesn't like look the same, but the hallways are easy to confuse with each other, which is crazy.
Like a kid, like Gil was out there.
And you guys are wearing headphones into
The cameras.
just the camera itself.
Yeah, just, that way, it's like listen to EVPs.
Sure.
You know, yeah, just all the time.
Good thing I wore a really noisy jacket.
Oh, you're good.
Don't worry, I almost wore a jacket, almost kind of like that. So.
You're in the hallway. Can you come down here with us? We're in here checking out your toys and your dolls. This is one of those places where it'll be like dead quiet and all of a sudden something big will happen. Yeah, scare the shit out of you.
I say that.
Very quiet, dude.
Calm before the storm, okay.
I want to introduce myself too, by the way, to anybody who's in here. Thanks for coming out tonight. My name's Colin.
My name's Jeff.
Is there anybody here with us? I'm gonna guarantee this now though. If something does happen, we will catch it 1, 2, 3, 4, and always.
Oh, yeah.
Right after you asked that question, it sounded like there was like tapping or something like that.
There's a one.
Angry.
Here's a one.
Catherine, are you angry?
Are you upset we're here?
Isn't this the hallway we're dancing?
Lost love. Angry. Lost love. I've got like a pressure headache, kind of like. Me too. Like stuffed.
Catherine, did you lose somebody close to you? Could you maybe answer yes by knocking once?
What was that?
Did you hear that?
You hear that? Yeah. It was like 3 knocks.
3 knocks.
Answer yes by knocking once.
What was that? What was that? Knock, knock.
Well, shit, what does that mean? I just asked for one.
Thank you.
She definitely came from in there because I didn't hear it.
Oh, yeah. That's why I keep hearing a faint one too, off and on, but then as soon as you asked that, that's when it was loud.
So, Catherine, you lost someone you love. Was it, can you knock one more time if it was a family member of yours?
Again, lost love.
Oh, twice in a row?
Yeah.
Wow. That's crazy, dude.
Lost love, so we got something. Maybe you guys, since you've been here quite a bit, get one of you guys to ask something on this.
Yeah, because I know Lulu up on the second floor, she was the one that was really like a mother-like figure, took care of the children here. And I think Dan said that she was raped and murdered. Catherine, do you remember the flowers I brought you last time for Christmas? Female.
Good on there.
We'll see if she's set up some equipment. Catherine, if that is you, can you walk down this hallway? These lights will light up. You hearing that?
Like a walk? Or...
If this isn't Catherine, maybe, could you make some sort of a knocking noise? Did you hear a knock?
Mm-hmm.
There's one knock.
Maybe it's not Catherine.
How do we determine who it is?
Oh, there's something.
Instructions.
Maybe they need instructions how to set the alarms off.
If you, I don't know, it seems like you might know how to do this, so I don't want to feel like I'm explaining it to you if you already know. But if you see those red lights, if you just walk towards them and try to touch them or even just approach them, it'll show us that you're here with us. So those are the instructions that you might have been asking for. It'll let us know that you're here so we can speak.
You guys hear that? To me, it sounds like it's above us.
Mouth closed.
Shut up.
I'm trying to. I'm telling you, I'm so used to spirits call me idiot and everything that I just roll with it. Do you want us upstairs?
We can move down there to the stairs and just see if we hear anything at the stairwell.
That's why I swear I keep hearing something above us.
It's weird. It's crazy how still it
Very
is. It just feels like just still. Right.
It's freaking cold down here. The woman that we heard, can you talk for us again, please? Lulu, is that you? If you hit that harder, we can follow the sound and come to where you are.
That's a furnace. Natural causes.
That's crazy, because we just said that's the furnace
Yeah, true.
making the noise.
True.
Right.
And then that comes across and says that.
Yeah, true. Natural causes.
Is there somebody upstairs? Maybe it's not Lulu? Could you use your voice and try to tell us that you're up there?
I think we should just try and like what we normally do is we'll start to do a sweep through until you may feel that. So if anybody feels like uneasy as we start to walk through, say something, and then we'll just stop and do like a little session right there.
Let's do it, man.
Sure.
So you want to go upstairs or down?
We can stay down here since we got all this stuff down here,
Yeah, I mean,
but we'll just go
walk
around. Yeah.
Okay.
Sean, you want to take this?
Oh, dude, the spirit talker I have it silenced, but it said don't go further just now.
Are you serious?
Yeah.
Oh, we're going.
Right when you said that. So Paranormal Nightmare, they have a very, very different method of investigating. Everybody does in the paranormal, and I think that's what leads to a lot of different beefs and some of the negativity within the community is everybody thinks that they're doing it the right way. Nobody's doing it the right way, in my opinion. It's all open to interpretation because we're all doing the same thing. We're all paranormal investigating and doing it how you want to. I'm a total advocate for doing it however you would like to do it. Whether you want to do it with every light on in the house, pitch black, you want to use one device, you want to use 100 devices. I think if you're getting evidence, you're doing it right, no matter what you're doing. But Paranormal Nightmares methods are super interesting. They do pretty much entirely in the dark, which we used to do on the channel years ago. We stopped doing that a couple years ago. And they have a very, very bare bones approach, as opposed to where we have a lot of devices that we've grown to use over the years and really love. So you guys are gonna like this, but that's why you'll see in this episode, it's pretty much all shot infrared. We wanted to test out the way that they do it, and I'm really, really glad that we did.
So yeah, I'm just gonna introduce this because these guys film in all darkness, which is crazy. These guys are hardcore. We have also gone to complete darkness, so Jeff and I, we didn't really do this.
I can't see, so Josh, if I touch your butt, you know, it's just by accident. Oh, look at, oh, dude, look at. I just said touch your butt. Homophobic.
What?
Oh, isn't that bizarre?
It's crazy.
Watch the wheelchair off to your right. Josh, you want me to move this or just leave it?
Oh, shit. And for the record, I'm not homophobic, okay, so the viewers there. I'm not used to this here. I don't want to go down some stairs. Ghost hunting is fun, but it's not that fun yet.
So this is, I believe, the women's ward.
That's what every time I walk down these hallways in the dark like this, all I can picture is like something coming out of one of these rooms at me.
So I last time we were here, they left. I lasted here about 15 minutes like this, walking these hallways. Because we're like literally out in the middle of nowhere.
Angel hierarchy.
Is anybody in here with us? Yeah. Catherine, are you trying to get us back to the doll room?
Something just moved back there now. Whatever it is back here.
Second.
What is that?
Well, I'm second.
Second floor.
Well, are we on the second?
No, we just talked about going to the second floor. Does that mean we should go up there?
Are you wanting us on the second floor?
Right then, my spirit talker said, watch out. So watch out second.
Let's go there.
Right.
Well, let's walk down this, we'll go down this hall and we'll go that way. Catherine, are we safe to walk around?
It's hard to let go.
But it sounds like she's had like a lot of trauma or something that she's definitely missing here on.
Yeah, think about it. It said lost love twice and then hard to let go. You guys know some of the history of this place. Is there somebody who lost someone they loved that, I mean, I'd imagine also being in an asylum.
Yeah, I imagine a lot of people.
Or an infirmary.
Oh, it's maybe to Catherine.
Yeah, because you gotta think so many people just dropped off here, you know, by their families.
Yeah, I did. Yeah. I don't know what it was.
Are you trying to get used to us? You know Rocky, Josh, and me. Are you happy to have us back? Can you hit something really hard? Let me know where you're at. Perhaps someone set that dinner bell off. Can you imagine that thing going off right now?
Dude, I'd love to hear that.
Awesome. Okay.
Just leave that.
You want me to stop at any time, just hit something or touch one of us, okay?
Afraid.
You don't have to be afraid of us.
Explain this equipment.
Explain this equipment. I'm afraid.
Yeah, I know there's a lot of equipment here, but you've seen all this equipment. You know it can't hurt you.
Yeah, the theory would be if you just use your voice and speak, this equipment should be able to pick up the words that you're saying. So just try to use your voice.
Can you tell me what your name is?
I think we're just curious to figure out where you are. If you could maybe try to make a noise of some sort or guide us in that direction, we will follow so that we can talk to you.
Was you in one of these rooms at one point in time?
What the hell is that?
It's like a paper mache doll.
It's eerie.
But would this been a bed that you would have slept on? Did you hear that? I swear it sounds like it's coming from upstairs. It's kind of crazy because it's almost like the farther we're getting away from that doll room is, you know, the activity, like what we was kind of hearing with the noises are kind of dying down.
Yeah, it's interesting. I'll say that I think out of everywhere in the building, I feel the least energy here.
Yeah, I think
It's like I think the second or the basement. It's just like it almost feels just like an empty hallway, you know?
You know, that you say that, this hallway is 8 degrees warmer than the other hallway.
wow, that's significant.
8 degrees?
Yeah. We're right around 45 over there. It's 52 up here. Guess that's only 7, but
That's cool.
close enough. Close enough in the dark, right?
We'll give you
not-
that point.
Who does math good in the dark?
You didn't do good, well in math, we understand, Josh.
So what do you want to do, Colin? Go to the second floor?
Yeah, I think so. You know, I will say, I don't know if you guys want to film this or not, but this battery was at 100% when I just put it in, and look at it, it's fucking 5%.
Whoa, really zapped.
So I gotta swap that out before we go up. And this is a brand new battery. We just started using this. Like, what are your guys' batteries at?
I'm at 46 right now.
You're full?
Yep.
So that would be comparable right now. Weird.
How many do you have?
Again, a very unique thing we did with Paranormal Nightmare was just sitting in the dark, like being quiet, having our devices pick up voices, not really having lots of equipment, minimal equipment, if you will, and really trying to dig in and get answers to our questions with these different spirits. For me, it was like really an interesting change up to go from like using like white light a lot of times to just pretty much total darkness. And it gave me a total different vibe. So I think it was just a really cool investigation. Again, totally different. It's going to be like unlike I think you've ever seen. A lot of responses, a lot of noise, a lot of things that intelligent, I think, responses came through, you know, made sense. And then again, hooking up with Paranormal Nightmare, and that's kind of their technique. We kind of mix a little of our technique. I think it's just like a phenomenal episode and very unique. I think unlike anyone that you've ever seen, really. There we go.
It's a heavier feel up here, I think. A gallery. Gallery, I don't know what.
Is there anybody up here with us that can hear our voice? You could knock on something one time to let us know you can hear us.
I've seen you before.
Oh, crazy.
Knows you guys.
You've not seen us before, but you've seen these guys. Could you tell us one of their names? That'd be awesome.
Under the ground.
Well, there is a...
Yeah, there's the cemetery.
Were you buried on the property?
Move forward.
Okay. Devin. First name.
Oh, didn't we just ask for a name?
I asked if they know their names.
I've spent years here.
Okay. That's crazy. So, Devin, do you think that might be who has come through, or?
Devin, if
There's
that's...
more of us.
What is that?
There's more of us.
If your name's Devin, could you knock on something like this?
One knock.
One knock, yeah.
Devin, was that you?
What was that? Is that a mouse?
Sound like a voice.
Almost like a...
Like a
dog.
sigh?
Bang.
Sound like a sigh.
Said bang.
Yeah.
Right there.
Brown.
That's us.
It's our last name.
Your last name's Brown?
Yeah.
Wow.
Yep.
Dude, am I tripping out or is there a bunch of noise down?
Lies.
Are we getting... It's colder right here.
Oh, yeah. Does it reflect on that?
It says 51.
Go left.
Oh.
Does this remind you of anything, Josh?
Oh, yeah.
I always think it's crazy when like spirits give you directions. Like go further, go left.
John.
John.
John, hey, John's definitely here. Part of the story here.
Yeah, wasn't there a John that
Yeah,
had
you
something
guys
to do with this?
No. During the tour, we had John. She was talking about.
Oh, really?
So, when talking about Johns at the Randolph County Asylum, there are a few people this could have been referring to. First of all, I was talking about burials and under the ground earlier, and as you can see here, there is a John Donnelly who was buried on property in 1918, and a John Holt who was buried here in 1917. There is also a resident of the infirmary named John Doty. Here are some photos of John before he passed. And I thought this was very crazy to actually see John reflected in these photos that were published in a paper years ago. So it could be John Doty, the man who cared for the chickens on property. But most interesting of all, we were on the second floor of the men's ward when we got the word John. And in this newspaper article from September 3rd, 1943, you can see that an 86-year-old man named John Oliver Champ died after falling from a second-story window, or falling from a window on the floor we were on. I don't know, it's all pretty interesting. Let me know in the comments who you think we were speaking with.
Greedy.
Alive.
We're alive.
Gosh, I wish we would have known about John.
Maybe John's.
Yeah.
Okay, we went left. Which way do we got to go now?
Can you see me?
What is that? Was that somebody's light? What was right there? Oh, 1 second.
Oh shit, this is stairs.
Something, see that light right there?
Be careful.
Something blocked that light out.
That's me. Sorry.
Get down.
Oh, I had a huge spike too. I wasn't even paying attention. It jumped all the way up to 2.6. Did we just see you? It sounded like a female and that said mom. Is that what you heard, a female?
Yeah. Like a.
Yeah, that's what I heard too.
It seems like it came from over here, ironically.
That goes to the basement, so.
Oh, really?
Wait a minute, my stomach. I'm sorry.
Who are you? Well, my name's Jeff.
My name's Colin.
I'm Sean.
I'm Josh.
I'm Rocky.
What is your name?
Like you're walking upstairs.
Yeah, for sure.
Like you're walking upstairs.
Yeah.
Like you're walking upstairs.
Yeah.
You hear me?
It's up though.
You have the camera on me?
Yeah, I got good on here.
This is incredible.
What just happened?
Something hit my face.
Really?
I was standing still, something on my cord wouldn't.
Yeah, I was filming you. Nothing
Yeah, I
touched
got
you.
a good view on him too, so.
Did you just touch my face?
Do you enjoy having us here?
This is my stuff.
You've got an interesting pop to your stomach. I wish.
So I'm just gonna go out on a limb and say, I feel pulled that way almost. Like, I don't know. I just feel like
I'm scared to go that way.
yeah.
Always go with the
I don't know. Just that kind of feeling. God damn, this is creepy as hell.
We show us lights.
What to say?
We show us lights.
Can you show us what you look like?
Let us rest.
It's pretty long.
Stuff in the corner down here.
Actually, a noise.
Yeah, it's right off to the left of us.
That was loud.
There.
Oh, wow. So was that you that we just heard?
Alexander.
What the hell was that?
Yeah, that's
That was so
loud.
fucking. That was like rap. Metal shooting at us.
The energy's like so all over the place. Wait, did you say you saw something block out that light?
Yeah.
Dude, I just saw that same thing.
On the right
The
door.
church.
Yes, on the right, like a black. Oh, wait, what the hell is that?
Yeah, church. We stood down there. How long did we stand down there and that never freaking happened?
Uh-huh.
Close the door.
If that's you down there, you hit something really hard for us.
He's here.
What's his name?
What is this? Oh, yeah. What was that? That was right here. That was a swoosh and whoosh again.
Hand. We're at peace.
Did you see that? What do you see?
Well, I show you across this room.
What is this room? I was looking at you.
Josh,
What?
someone just touched my hand. I feel like there's like, it's a cold breeze.
Yeah, it's
I
definitely.
mean, it's real.
It's like something's breathing in my face.
It's
like it's cold breeze.
Right here is very cold. Right
You
here.
getting it too?
Yes. Right. That's why I asked what this room is.
Yeah, my thumb's like frozen, but it's like.
Dude, I'm telling you, just don't look at your screens for a second. Just look over here at these windows. If I just seen you over here, can you please walk past the other way?
Basement.
Oh, no way.
Dude.
We're not going to the basement yet.
Elderly woman. Elderly woman.
Oh, dude.
Where are we at?
What's her name in the basement? The elderly woman.
The broom handle.
Yes.
Doris.
Or it could, yeah, it could be the one that took her own life, or the cook.
Or the one Rocky saw.
Oh shit, dude. Yeah, you saw a woman in the basement, right?
Oh, yeah.
Can you be
So
more
it's-
specific on the elderly
I think it's just
woman?
right down there. You get down the steps, and it's off the right. There's a, like a little, I don't know, a hole in the wall. Well, anyway, she was like bent over,
Mason.
and she had like a white dress, like scraggly hair, like blondish brown. Yeah.
I think mine said Mason. I mean, just real faint like that.
What did it do?
Just when it touched my hand right over there, it was real faint, just like a little touch, just like that.
Let's go to the basement. And I'll tell you, because I think up here, because the energy you guys feel now, I think whatever's in the basement, like, controls this place.
Okay.
Dude, I was about to say earlier, like something happened here and I got kind of cut off, but I was literally gonna say, I feel like it's just kind of,
I'm only 6.
I feel like it's been saying like, come down to the basement. Even making that knock on the stairs, it's like, come down.
And it told us to go left, and right there's the stairwell.
It's wild down there.
Find me. Well, we've heard the basement twice.
You guys want to go down?
Let's do it. Let's do it. Come on.
So we were really enjoying our night with the Foreman brothers. There was so much evidence, so many relevant answers coming through, but I don't know, the top floors of the asylum didn't really feel that heavy or active. I mean, we were catching stuff and feeling things, but I don't know, something it felt like just kept calling us down to the basement. That's where Jeff got pushed earlier. That's where Paranormal Nightmare, those guys say the evil thing lives that they've interacted with in the past. And the basement definitely is a beast of its own. It's huge. So many rooms and so much just twisted history down there. But yeah, we all decided it was time to go down.
Well, believe me, I know I'm not.
So this right here is where Rocky seen the older woman in like a nightgown
Right here in this corner?
kneeled down.
Oh, this is that cubby right here. The furnace is here.
Remember, we had Dan in here last. We've been here 3 straight Christmases. We come here to spend time with the spirits during Christmas, which is weird, but
I think that's a great
It's
tradition.
weird.
Nicholas.
Find me.
Tell you what, it's definitely a lot colder down here.
okay, we're in the basement.
Caves.
You know, that light kind of kills them down.
This was Doris's place.
This was.
Wait, but all the lights were turned off down here when we were down here.
The light switch is.
Right here.
These are the flowers that I gave to Catherine.
Here's Doris. Right here, you guys have seen her.
Rocky, does that look like the woman that you seen?
It's Doris.
No. She was like,
They're walking near.
They're walking there.
she seemed like she was like maybe in her 30s.
Oh, so she
Somewhere
wasn't
around
even
there.
that old.
Yeah, but she was just like bent over, like crouched down like this. And she had like, I don't know, like a sandy blonde hair. Yeah.
Speak. You just said it.
Doris, are you in the kitchen with us? I know that this is where you like to cook. By the way, my name's Colin.
I'm Jeff again.
Perish in darkness.
That's just really creepy.
Perish in darkness?
Wow.
Holy shit.
Isn't that a cooler over there?
Has it got a door?
Yeah.
I thought it was just remember shadow right behind you, Paul.
Please stay back. See me.
Josh, go back up. See if that
Come on,
door's
go
there.
back.
I thought I just seen it again.
Here, I'll call him. Go back there.
All of a sudden you would. You can really tell we don't do in the dark.
No, I'm like disoriented.
Christ, if there's a door.
There's a little cubby hole thing.
Yeah, we'll go back there.
I sent back, it's not that big, I sent back the last time.
Oh, that's right.
It is freaking cold in here.
Oh man.
Prophetic visions.
What the hell's that mean?
I have no idea. I ain't learned that in school.
Johnson.
Behind you, Josh.
That?
Dear,
Oh, crap.
That came down there. That was a definite.
Which way?
It's down the hall. Josh, I'm gonna take the camera and I'll walk all the way down there and shut that light off. And you guys
Hospital.
Hospital. It did refer to hospital and what else? There's another one. Yeah, I think there's that one chair that wants to satisfy all of us.
Hey, walk that slow, it's gonna take you 6 hours to shut the light off.
hold on. I just gotta get out of this room.
Hey, just walk fast.
Shut up.
Walk down there and put it away.
Assault.
Dude, where's the room where
Lulu.
the people were being raped?
No. Oh yeah, that one too.
Isn't that over that side?
Yeah, it's
You
behind.
guys know.
I can't see shit.
But that could. Oh, what the hell?
It sounded like that
Metal,
chair that,
right?
or whatever
Yeah.
I ran into. Sounded like
I mean,
it just moved.
It's like that chair kept trying to trip everybody, you know? Can you move that? Can you move that chair in there for us again? It sounded like you did. Please, appreciate it. Female laughing. Yes.
Dude, isn't this the creeper's room?
Yeah.
Mildred.
Sean, just stand down there for a second.
It's fucking scary down here.
Okay, let's stop for a second.
Don't distract.
Is that what it said?
Yeah, right here. Don't distract. So just like be quiet.
Is the creeper here with us? You said assault earlier, and then Mildred. Mildred, I hate to ask this question, but were you raped down here?
Safe.
Hey, you're safe talking to us.
Woman, that was back there.
I think that's where the rape room
Hey,
is.
attacked asleep. Wait, attacked asleep.
That's where we call him.
Oh my gosh, there's a noise back. There's a noise back here.
Mildred, were you asleep when somebody raped you? Is that what you're trying to say? If it's not too hard for you to answer, were you raped maybe while you were asleep? Can you knock on something to let me know
I'm
that
hiding.
you, if that's true, you can knock on something or make any sort of noise and we'll take that as a yes.
Sound like a female.
That was a voice. 3 times we've heard female.
Yeah. Dude, it's so cold you can see my breath.
That was a pretty distinct voice, female.
You hear those, man?
Yeah.
You can come in here and talk to us? You can come up here and touch me.
Break law.
What is that?
Break law. Like break the law.
Oh.
Well, you guys, well, you didn't really break the law, but attacking in asleep, if it was rape, would be breaking the law.
That's true.
Mildred, are you still here with us?
Your name.
I don't get it.
Keeps asking you.
It's asked us for our name.
Yeah, I'm Jeff.
I guess we're in different parts of the building. I'm Colin.
Yeah, I'm Jeff. I know we got.
I'm Rocky.
I'm Josh.
It's back in that room again. The kitchen.
That's Doris's back. That's her place.
Choose.
Did you have a whistle? Did you hear a whistle?
Let's work that way and then we'll kind of meet up with Sean down there.
God, it's dark.
Hey, where you guys at?
Over here on the side.
Come back this more around.
Come over here. The morgue is right down here.
Who's in here?
My fingers are like frozen.
Sean, come this way.
It sounded like somebody was shuffling their feet in this room and then stepped up on the wood.
Yeah, we've been down here all the time.
Yeah.
Yeah, I know, you guys leave me over there.
Look out for this pipe.
More to the history.
More to the history. Can you share some more of the history with us?
A story.
You said more to the history, and yours said a story.
Yeah, it did. Yep.
What does the other story have to do with? Can you give us one word that would tell us something about the history? Just one word.
1940s.
Oh, wow, that's fucking crazy.
What would that time period be? Wouldn't that?
That makes sense.
Did you hear that?
Oh yeah,
Is that your stomach?
that was like a almost like a dog barking.
Oh, dude, you know what it sounded like? It sounded like a pig.
Yeah, true.
Butcher blocks right there, where they slaughtered the pigs.
Oh, that's it. That probably is what's going on.
Dude, it's right here.
Was it here? Right here.
Yeah, this is the butcher block, dude. That sounded like an animal. Oh, wait, I'm stupid. It's the next room. Next room.
Is it next
Yeah.
room?
It's the,
Yeah, I'm so lost right now.
it's this one to our left. Still very close.
This one? What are you doing first?
Wait, what the f? God damn, it's dark. Oh no, this is it. With the dead body. Yeah, here's the butcher block.
Cattle.
Wait, no way.
Cattle. Look at this.
Dude, film it.
Look at. I can't focus. My camera doesn't focus. Cattle. I mean, this is where they slaughtered right there.
That's insane. They were telling us, she was telling us the story of how they would kill the animal right here and put him right here in the, what is it, the freezer or the fridge?
Yeah, next to them.
And then, yeah, when this was a morgue, the bodies were stored right next to the,
The bodies were on the left, the meat was on the right.
that's crazy,
They bring it
dude.
through this door around here, slaughter them right there, and then the butcher would put them in here.
And
I'm
that-
enjoying this.
But that's what's crazy about it is, we first went into the wrong room, you know, which you're in pitch black, so it's hard to see. So we come back in the right room, then it says cow.
Yeah, true. Because it wouldn't have been as, like, relevant if it would have said that in the other room.
Yeah.
Yeah, true. The cattle's pretty specific.
Take photo.
Well,
What the hell is that?
wasn't me.
That was a woman.
Yeah.
Was it
Is
like,
that what you heard? Mm-hmm. Well.
Stroke.
Can we hear your voice again? Are you trying to get us to go somewhere?
Discovering.
discovering? Dude, it's, think about it. They're telling us history and they're like telling us a new story. We're discovering stuff, but for some reason it's linked to this room. And then the cattle confirmed it, but what would,
A story.
yeah, what do you guys think? I mean, it was talking about assaulted down here. Think someone got assaulted in this room maybe?
Oh, yeah. I bet.
That they just don't know about?
People.
Oh, wow.
I mean, there's had to be so many stories that.
Well, you got 1942.
Mm-hmm.
You know, did that play a factor in it too?
Would that have been, when was cholera? Like, when was that happening? I don't know the date.
I have no idea.
Yeah, they had that big outbreak here. It'd be interesting to know what that was. If someone.
We like the dark.
So do we.
Yeah, we love it.
If someone passed away in 1940, they'd be 84 today, so there could be an 84-year-old in here that's passed.
This thing like lifts up or something. I'm so out of here.
You know, you have to admit though, that would be so cool if that happened on the video.
And then you get the video of me running too.
No, then you find out afterwards nobody got it on any of our angles.
6 cameras, nobody got it.
Let's go check out the mirror room. I don't believe I got a lot when I was in the mirror room this last time, but I think it'd be worth checking out with all of us in there.
The mirror room, I actually heard like Josh talking when I was actually sitting in there. Like he was like down here with me, and he wasn't even up here. He was actually back there.
Second floor.
Yeah, up on the second floor. I think he was
Probably in the doll room.
I was in Lulu's room on the
Oh,
second floor.
Lulu's? Yeah.
Can I ask one more
Let's keep
question?
discovering.
I'm just gonna ask. If you could give us one more word before we go to another room about your story, can you just say what one word has to do with what you're trying to tell us?
Please wait and listen.
Wow.
Just thinking about, oh, here we go. Soul. S-O-U-L. That's the soul.
Dude, what? I mean,
Okay.
really, I'm saying before we leave,
Yeah.
please wait
Yeah.
and listen.
But their soul is here, or?
So, could you then, if we wait for a second and listen, could you now tell us a little bit about your story? I think we're thinking maybe you got assaulted sexually in this room. Could you knock on something to let us know that that's true? Or say true on our device? Or something about your story?
Potentially.
Okay. Well, I think it answered soul to your question.
It's weird. It almost seems like they don't like trust enough to talk about it. You know what I mean?
Well, I've always wondered if we say one of us reminded them of somebody that hurt them, or they knew, or...
Numbers.
Well, it did say the 1942.
Yeah. Go back to that, 1940.
Well, we're going to leave this room. Is there any last message you have?
Did we remind you of anybody?
I get like my throat closing.
Elric.
Elric.
Is that a name? How do you spell it?
E-L-R-I-C.
Sounds like somebody didn't have long hair.
Yeah, it's almost like,
Sounds like an elf name.
like a Celtic name.
I don't know. Maybe choking was a part of the assault. But like, it's weird when you stand here and you kind of just try to just feel it. It's like I get sinus pain right here, and then just like. Okay, my last question: if these guys
Yeah, I did.
Yeah, I heard something.
What the heck?
was somebody choked in this room?
We need energy.
It's the second time.
You said you was gonna
Yeah.
get that Jacob's ladder.
Yeah. I think we might have to do that.
Should I run up and grab it?
Start following a little bit of the directions. A little bit. I think you could carry that Jacob's ladder with us, and just when we get in the room, you could turn on for a bit. Just charge the atmosphere a little.
Then I
Give
can
him some-
tease Josh.
That'd be fun.
What's that? Oh, nothing.
Transported.
I'll pay you, Colin.
We'll take the long way and walk down that hallway.
Yeah, if we get Wi-Fi, we can.
Okay, which one?
Okay, somebody with the camera.
I got the name Cornwall.
Wouldn't that be a place?
Cornwall Jackson. Cornwall.
You mean Stonewall? Are you serious?
Hey, whatever. Maybe the
Now
truth.
this is where the evil is. This is where all the darkness lies. yours out tonight?
This is one of the most active hallways here.
I'm telling you, I've seen stuff. I've seen stuff crawling on the side of the walls of this place down here.
The octopus thing?
I think this is
Oh my god, dude.
You guys couldn't warn it?
Fucking trying to trip me or something. Jesus.
Yeah, right. Did you guys go in the mirror room already?
Yeah,
Yeah, no, I'm good.
it's definitely, this is where Jeff got pushed. Not this stairway, but that one right there.
Which one?
Maybe that's like, I don't know.
Right?
Like,
Dad, wasn't it
like
in
that
here?
guy kind of felt like that in front of my feet.
Oh yeah, right here, dude.
Wait a second. Wait, can I move? Are they stairs?
Yeah, this is where you got pushed off earlier,
Where you guys
remember?
going?
Wait a second. I missed about
Do
2
you like
steps.
God?
Do you like God?
Yes.
Yes, I do like God.
Freedom. Did anybody hear that kid scream?
Uh-uh.
I didn't heard. I did.
That was like the loudest thing we've heard all night.
Really? Damn.
I want to ask you a question. Do you like God?
What was that? That sounded like behind you, Josh.
That was like a growl.
Yeah.
Sound like footsteps back here.
It's kind of crazy because it's like you keep hearing stuff from all directions. Are you the, what Josh heard, are you the 6-year-old kid? Thank you. Can you come in here?
Sean, Colin in that. Go in that room,
I was trying to see what that said.
Legacy.
7?
The others scare me.
Legacy.
Oh, wow.
So it is the little kid. What the hell is this room? Oh shit, is this where they chain the people up? Yeah, it is, dude. Right there. This is where they have the really, I don't want to necessarily call them like violent, but the people that they had to restrain.
Yeah.
This is like the
They had 2 cells, 1 and 2.
Yeah.
Like back here, they
shackled them.
shackled back there.
And I think that's why you get so much negative energy in this basement.
Right. Are you still shackled to that wall?
What was that?
Dude, right next to me.
It's like crazy.
Go in there. Wow.
What the f?
What's that?
Whoa, oh, Jesus Christ. Thank
What?
God. A freaking door has a mirror on it.
Dude, but I mean, seriously? Didn't that sound like rocks or like somebody like, I don't know, like kind of like that?
Like a shuffle.
Yeah, like right here in this corner. And I thought I could have sworn to God I saw a little, I thought we'd see a rabbit. I saw something go like dart around the corner.
Yeah, that's what I saw. Like, freaking, I was looking straight this way. It looked like,
That's what you saw?
yeah, it looked like something ran out of the f***ing room beside you. I was like, holy shit.
Oh, dude, it's cold right here. Like, Back her.
Is it the kid? Are you in here? What was the name we got over there?
We got Nicholas.
Can you show yourself or make a noise again? Bang that again? Can you show yourself or make a noise again? Bang that again? Okay.
Oh. That was probably the loudest thing I've heard tonight.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm coming in. I'm Jeff. I'm not meaning any harm. Just here to talk to you. Just let me know that you're here again.
Dude, it is so cool.
I won't lie to you.
Are you up here?
Yeah, sounds like it's upstairs.
It's like up here.
No way. Oh, jeez. Oh my gosh. I was like, holy cow.
No name.
Oh shit.
I was just asking out there what names we got too.
Yeah, dude, we just talked about
Yeah.
the name. Maybe this is the creeper, dude.
Thanks for coming out. You can keep letting us know you're here by doing anything. Your name on here or more noise.
Thank you.
Thank you. It's like he's like stomping.
Can you hit harder?
Like stomping a foot.
That was softer.
What would be right up here?
I don't know. I'm gonna knock twice. Can you do that? That was out there the freaking whole way.
You know what's interesting? It seems like it's doing the opposite of what you ask.
Yeah.
Like you said, hit louder, it hit quieter. You said knock twice, I just heard it knock once.
Right there. Can you hear it running over here?
What is going on? Yeah.
Is it 7:10?
Just waiting for that.
You can't knock on that desk?
Where's the desk?
I'm from the 1800s.
Are you knocking on that desk? Can you do it again, please?
This sounds like it's upstairs.
Yeah. Yeah. That's what I'm thinking. Bathtub.
What?
Is there a bathroom up there?
Dirty.
Dirty.
That's freaking crazy.
Bathtub, come on.
Yeah.
And she was telling us on the tour that everyone was like expected to clean up after themselves
Yeah.
and like do the cleaning. Could it be somebody who is like eternally like cleaning?
Dude, remember the lady she told us about that was in her own filth? Took the broom to clean up?
The
she
woman
hung
who
herself.
killed herself right down that hall.
She
Oh.
leaned forward into the... Remember that? What was her name?
Irma.
Irma.
Or Ima.
Ida.
Did you guys hear like a...
I heard that earlier.
Mm-hmm.
She killed herself right down that hall. She
Oh.
leaned forward into the... She
Killed herself right down that hall.
She
Oh.
leaned forward into the...
I want to go upstairs and listen to it.
Okay.
Maybe we should go to the bathtub.
I gotta swap batteries anyways. I got 3%.
I'm always scared when I walk down in here.
Wait, what?
She's here. Ida.
Ida,
Possibly.
can you give us a sign that you're here?
That thing.
They had my foot, and then, but there was a knock up there.
What was that?
That was my kid.
I think something like just out top of my head.
Just now?
Yeah, like right when his freaking battery went dead.
Dude, it's kind of strange how our batteries are dying at the same time.
Okay.
Isn't that weird?
That's why I killed mine, just because he was dead. That's when,
Yeah. Yeah, there's a bathroom down here.
like, remember you can't use it. Okay, here we go.
Can you do that again for us, if that was you? I just want to say to whoever's down here in the basement, I brought this bell down over here on the stairs. If you just reach your hand over here and touch it, it'll make a ringing noise and you can answer our questions. Why don't you try to ring it once if your answer is yes, or twice if it's no.
I can't pronounce half these words.
Right? I know.
It's really strange, some of them.
Josh, you should have went down and rang the dinner bell.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Forgot about that.
Let me go down and ring it real quick.
Sure.
Try it again.
I'll go with you. How about,
I'll let you guys just
yeah,
walk
how about
up.
me and him go ring it
Yeah.
and you guys see if it does anything?
Okay.
Shit, I gotta follow Josh down a dark hallway.
It's breakfast time. Everybody come down to the basement.
Dude, it's really weird. I feel like my hair started to just like rise when you ring that bell. And it's also kind of hard to breathe in here.
Yeah.
Oh God, I think there's any
The
history.
basement's definitely got a creepier energy.
Yeah, it's definitely, I think you could spend the whole time down here. You guys know Josh right here. Are you happy that he's back?
Yes, acceptable.
It's not a very warm welcome. Is the creeper here, whatever the octopus creature is?
No, leave us.
We could do a sweep around and go back to where they're at.
Let me ring this bell once. I've wanted to do this all night. Wait.
Retaliate.
Wow. Check this out.
If our camcorders caught that woman down here.
Oh, dude, right here. Whew, I feel like there's somebody watching us right here.
Yes.
There's no trust?
There's no trust.
That's kind of weird, dude. Remember how earlier it was saying?
Affair.
But it was saying, like, trust. Like, it didn't know if it could tell us about, like, the stuff that happened. Hello? Doris?
The hell was that? Doris, was that you?
What is going on?
We're trying to talk to you before we leave tonight.
Perhaps it's time to leave.
Perhaps it's time to leave. And we just told her we're getting ready to leave.
That's weird.
And it said something about wanting us to go in the other room. I feel like it's the heaviest back here, too.
Doris, do you want us to leave?
You must trust us.
Trust, dude.
We trust you, but you also must trust us. I don't feel like it's Doris in here. Who's in here?
You understand me?
It's crazy. You walk in here and all that shit stops.
I know, right? You think you wanted us to come down here or not?
Mm-hmm. You want us to leave this room?
It's not all bad.
Not here.
It's not all bad, not here. So maybe it is Doris here.
Doris, if you are in here, could you give us one sign that it is you?
Don't trust.
Oh my God, dude, trust again.
Yeah. All night tonight it's been saying stuff about trust. Trust and sharing a story.
Please understand.
Dude, it's really like it will not tell us the story. And it's like, I don't trust you enough, please understand.
Doris, we want to understand what happened to you. Can you try really hard and tell us your story before we leave?
Sickness took me.
No way. That is freaking crazy.
Dude, cholera, right? Or, I mean, it could be anything.
Whoever we've been speaking with.
Am I on video?
Yes. That's so, I've never gotten that. Wow, how do you even respond to that? Maybe that's why they didn't want to.
Let me out.
You can come out.
Where's the dark spirit down inside the basement here? It is past.
So are you saying that there's only a good spirit who died of sickness in here?
We're all good.
Did that say not to harm?
Mm-hmm.
And we're all good?
That's crazy. You got two separate devices, like completely different, basically saying the exact same thing.
Wow.
This is.
This is what? Dude, that's so crazy because this is the room where Doris is.
Mm-hmm.
And it's like a positive spirit. This is like the one room down here that has like a good spirit. That's what she said on our tour too.
Yeah, because if you move down the hallways or down to where they're at, you definitely get a darker feeling.
I mean,
Are you sure?
can you tell us one thing about what happened in this room?
Jail.
Yeah, there was. Loved ones call to you. Yeah, this is probably the first time we've ever been here where we've gotten, I don't know how to explain it, like the emotional side of things, like the emotional side of the spirits, which
We're
is
family.
no way. Gentle person.
Dude, what is going on actually? Literally, as you explain, emotional, gentle person.
Because I've never been here in this basement been like this. It's usually like a super dark, evil energy.
Dude, you gotta look at this, they're both, it's getting colder in here. But like, we're family, loved ones reaching out, gentle person, all good here. Like, not one negative word. The whole,
Oh my God, dude, it's getting way colder by the second.
Yeah, I wonder because I've never had a woman down here doing like a walkthrough and interview. Do you think that made a difference?
she absolutely loves the spirits and she loved Doris.
Open mind.
Even, dude, think about what you're saying right now.
You're saying I've never had good energy.
Yes. She just said yes to you.
And it's saying, like, have open mind. It can be good down here.
And how many words did you say this has in it?
Like 76,000, I want to say.
Please transfer your opinion.
Dude, what?
That's what I'm saying. Out of 76,000 words, this is the stuff it's saying. Exactly with our conversation, what we're talking about.
And mine just said grace too. Like, dude, I mean, you have to, like, you literally just said, like,
Hurt them.
oh,
Let's see if we can.
oh, like it's warning us or them. But dude, transform your opinion, and you just said this, it's always dark and evil, and it's like, no, it's not.
Who are you gonna hurt? Did somebody?
Stroke.
It said stroke earlier too.
This is future.
I'm pretty sure Doris died of a heart condition. That's what she told us. I don't think it was a stroke. It might have been a heart attack.
Concept in head.
Interesting concept you have.
Dude, I'm like,
That's crazy.
I'm not kidding you when I say this. We use this on like every investigation. I don't think we've ever gotten like 3/4 of what it's saying. Ever. It usually is kind of like darker, like you should leave, you should go. And that like interesting concept you have, I've never heard it say that once. We've used that like probably 15 videos now. That's crazy.
And it's not even like this. What did it say?
Margaret.
And it's not even like this just started 2 minutes ago. This has literally been going on for 20 minutes now.
And dude, when we were out there, it was saying like, you should leave now, you should go.
And in here it's been like really nice.
Let's go out there and see if it changes. Well, we haven't got the movement and the banging and shit in there either.
No, that was, dude, that was crazy.
Margaret, if you're with us, you can still talk to us too.
It's for another time. Exactly what you asked.
Like, wow, man.
Whoever we're talking to, who hurt you? Can you share that story with us?
Did you hear a scream?
Hi, everyone.
I swear it's on my lap again. There's a hallway back here somewhere.
Okay.
Was that you?
Not.
We are not. Where is that freaking? We are happy. That is so freaking crazy.
Are you happy that we're just here talking with you? Is that why you're happy?
Mildred.
All right, so I have to stop the footage here because this is just absolutely mind-blowing. So if you'll remember in the other room when we were talking to Doris, she was talking about how happy she was, and she even said the words, "We're family, family calls to you," talking about family and being happy. Then we get the word Mildred on the Spirit Talker. So I just happened to type in Randolph County Asylum Mildred. I could not believe what I found. There's a newspaper article talking about Doris's family. Something I didn't know is that Doris's mother and father both passed away at the infirmary, but Doris had a sister. Doris's sister was born 2 years after her in 1917, and her name was Mildred. So yeah, I'm a little mind blown right now. We did not know this when we were filming. I never expected something to actually come up when I typed that in, but oh my God, that is just crazy. But at the same time that Josh and I were having this incredible contact down the hall, Jeff, Sean, and Rocky were getting into some dark territory in the more violent part of the basement. So let's cut to that now.
Again, the person that pushed me earlier, if you're here, could you let me know that you're here by ringing that bell once, or this little red light, you can touch that, or tell me something in this device in my hand? Come on out, please. You can come forward. I'll hold my hand out here. You can talk into this device right here. This way, right here. Okay, you seemed to like this desk earlier. Okay, we were here earlier. You were, I think, knocking on the desk or up here, but can you ring that bell for us in here and let us know you're here? Are you coming in? Ring the bell, please. We're friendly.
You don't have to be afraid of us.
Harassment. I don't feel like we're harassing these guys.
We're not here to harass you.
No.
We're just here to communicate with you and see what you're doing. Is that you that I'm filming? Were you blowing on my ear? Man, it's like, it is like freezing on my neck, my ears. It's like, something's like blowing on it.
Yeah, no, it's cold in here.
Are you standing behind me? Ring that bell if you're standing behind me. Man, that's like, somebody's just like, totally like breathing on me. It's so freaking cold.
On your neck or?
Yeah.
Correct.
Oh, wow.
Like it is.
Like it
Like
is.
it is.
Like it's,
Yeah, correct.
that's pretty long. Thank you for communicating with us. You can go over there and hit that bell.
Okay, we're gonna leave, give you some room. Can you ring that bell for us? Gave you plenty of room. There's that noise again.
You can walk up or smack that bell.
All I'm asking you to do is touch the bell one time, let us know that you're in here.
She won't leave. Can you help me?
Who are you talking about? We've got multiple names tonight. Can you just tell me the one that you're talking about?
Leave.
If you hit that bell, we'll leave. Walk up there and smack that bell, and then we'll leave.
It makes you wonder too, because you know how many freaking patients probably went into other people's rooms and was like, you know, we'll just get her out of here. She won't leave me alone or whatever.
For sure. Doesn't it seem kind of like it's dead to you?
Mm-hmm.
I mean, it's just like,
I'm not even hearing the
Yeah,
knocking.
right.
We was hearing what
No.
was actually in there.
yeah, I think we're maybe move on, huh?
Yeah.
Since you guys are gonna be. Should we take the ring pod? It's really totally different ballgame when you go in the dark like this.
Whatever's down here, it's time to come out.
We're not gonna be here very long, so as Sean said, come out. Could somebody just touch the bell for us there? Let us know you're here. Again, I get the word actor.
What you guys was talking about.
So for a quick bit of context so you know what these guys are talking about here, the next day after we filmed this episode with Paranormal Nightmare, I was set to fly out to Austin, Texas to attend a film premiere at the South by Southwest Film and Music Festival. I got invited by the production team. I ended up going with Courtney. It was an absolutely just amazing full circle moment, but we had talked about that out loud multiple times earlier in the night. So Rocky says maybe the device said actor because they heard us talking about the movie premiere that Colin's going to tomorrow. And then, yeah, this is what followed.
You're flying out
Oh, true. That's true.
to the premiere.
Yeah, you're right.
No way.
Right on. So are you guys talking about the actors down in Austin, Texas, where Colin's going tomorrow? Can you ring that bell twice? Acting. Holy shit. Can you see that? Acting. Thank you. So you are, but can you ring that bell twice? Maybe even just once?
Do you remember me being here last time? You scared me? Remember I called you guys for dinner?
Hand. Did you have your hand touched earlier?
Yeah, and it said hand earlier too.
Hand.
I think mine said mace. I mean, just real faint like that.
What did it do?
Just when it touched my hand right over there, it was real faint, just like a little touch, just like that.
Okay.
Let's go to the basement.
Yeah. Oh,
Like right after, I'm pretty sure, yeah, it was right after I got my hand touched.
So you touched Sean's hand. What's your name? Can you just give us a name? Okay, so Rocky and Sean are gonna back up. So it's just me here. Again, my name's Jeff. If you used to live here, can you just ring that bell in front of me there? Oh, I'll back up a little bit.
Rocky say, pretty sure he's seeing a dark shadow down by your leg.
I swear to God, I was thinking I was seeing a shadow.
Looked like you went close to the bottom of your legs.
Yeah, my legs are actually tingling. Are you right by me? Can you ring the bell if you're right around me? My leg, my pants, you know how you get static cling?
Yeah.
My pants feel like that, the bottom, like static cling, like they're stuck to my legs. Are you around my legs? If so,
Oh, wow. Yes.
thank you. So can you tell me your name on this device I have here? It doesn't hurt you. Was that you guys? Did you hear that? It was like a... Did you just blow in my ear or in my face?
Mildred.
Mildred, dude, that's earlier. That's who we were talking about.
Mildred and then a big bang down there.
Dude, that's crazy because Mildred was the woman we were talking about getting raped. Isn't this the area with the meat too?
I think the morgue is down here.
It might be back here.
I cannot.
Maybe she can't tell us.
Did they keep bodies in here?
Hiding.
I cannot hiding. It's so freaking cold in here.
I know, dude.
You're the same spirit who before said you needed trust.
Future.
There you go.
So,
Sleep.
Where? Heart. Is.
Your heart is.
Stroke, I mean, there's gotta be a connection somewhere there.
That'd be cool to find out how she did die. They.
you told us
Let's. Theory. To. Understand.
Let's try to understand.
we're trying to understand right now. I know you don't trust us, but you can speak with us. We're bringing good, positive light and energy here. What happened in this room?
Let me rest.
Something.
The shit out
That is uncertain.
Something that is uncertain.
And let me rest. Now it's getting back to these words of like not trusting and we should
I still
leave.
visit my family.
No way. Did your family come here to see you? We can be your family. Yeah, that's what I think's compelling is because I've been down this basement enough to know the shit that we document, like phrases and stuff and words, and then just the dark energy, the banging and all that stuff. And then getting this kind of stuff, like it's more peaceful, like they're trying to tell us a story. And you don't get that like dark, aggressive sounds.
Yeah, I think it's really strange, man, because like over here it doesn't seem like scary. Like I'm sure it's situational because this place just architecturally is fucking freaky. But like over there where they are, I feel like it feels like kind of dark. but it's almost just kind of like sad and just not like, I wouldn't be like scared to sit in here alone is what I'm trying to say.
Interesting.
No.
Concept. You have.
Interesting concept you have.
What? Dude, what the hell?
We think that it's positive, happy, not necessarily happy, but not creepy energy down here. Would you agree that this area has...
Construct.
Yes, this past Christmas we brought you presents, didn't we? Do you remember that?
Oh, dude. I just put this together. So we've been talking to someone who they said died of sickness. We didn't know if it was Doris or not. She told us earlier that in this room, 3 female patients got infected with cholera and died because they actually got infected from the fluids that were in the ground. And we're talking to a woman who died of sickness and something that happened in this room.
And you've gotten 3 different names.
That's crazy. Yeah, I can cut back to the tour. She was standing right here and telling us about these 3 women who died. Is that true? Murdered? No way. Dude.
Who murdered you? Can you please tell us their name?
Well, dude, that's what they were saying, is that these women felt, or like the families felt like they were murdered by the people here because of the incompetence. Like the families came down here and they tried to cover it up and say that like, oh, they didn't get sick here, but it was because of the incompetence that they were doing autopsies on cholera people in this room that the women got sick. And the families, that's f***ing crazy.
And think about this. What have they been telling you all night long? They want to share a story with you.
Mm-hmm.
They're trying to get their message.
Evelyn. Another woman's name.
And it's like all women
Women got one man.
hurt
now.
us.
Oh. Dude. Okay, now that.
We know that somebody hurt you. We want to share your story with the world. So right now is the time to tell us. They hurt us. Okay, please keep going.
This is for sure.
No effing way. This is for sure.
Dude.
They hurt us. This is for sure.
Can you say, like he asked who they are? Who do you blame for your death?
Follow us ahead.
If we follow down the hallway, can you please share with us, like Colin asked you, who hurt you?
Dude, I think it's really strange too how hurt us, follow us ahead. Like the 3 women are like here with us right now.
Oh yeah, because it's used in plural.
Uh-huh. On both devices.
Okay, now which way? I think we're going the wrong way. Where did you think that came from?
I couldn't tell.
Please don't stop talking to us. We've been down here 43 minutes. We've been having an intelligent conversation.
That's crazy, dude. And this, look at man. Margaret, Mildred, and Evelyn.
Oh, wow.
3 women's names during this session. 3 women who contracted cholera right there and died.
Hear my voice.
Female.
Did you hear that?
Voice.
Dude, it sounded like a woman's voice from in there that literally went, huh? Wait. Wait. Wait.
I can't tell.
She can't tell the names of the people.
Yeah. Why can't you tell? No effing way. That is absolutely crazy.
Dude, why can't you tell there's no trust? Like what?
And I think when you go back and you watch your video, she told us that earlier too.
Yep.
They were having a hard time with trusting because you even mentioned that.
Dude, it's honestly also so cold right here. You feel that?
Yeah.
It's like I can feel it through my pants right here. What's this room?
That's the room where the bell and stuff is.
Oh shit, where'd they go?
Heard us again. Heard us. Dude, we are getting so much. You hear me? Yeah.
So Colin was just down the hall with Josh. I was with Rocky and Sean, and something kind of drew us down the hallway. The bell was going off and responding to our responses. We got a little bit closer. I could feel something around my legs. You'll see in the video, they could see like my pants kind of like almost a static cling on the lower part of my legs, a lot of cold. And so it kind of like had me keep backing up away from the bell as it would go off. And pretty soon I felt like a really cold feel from my left. And this is pitch black. I can't see like here to my hand. So I felt this like cold air come from the left. And again, I could only see from here. And I kind of ended up turning in there, and I can't remember the light I had, but I realized I was standing exactly in the middle of the doorway of Ida's room that we had on the tour earlier. I saw the dress on the wall, and so I immediately told Rocky to come down here, man. It's Ida's place. And we got down there, and Josh and Colin were down at the end of the hallway, and just things started to kind of happen. And so we called Josh and Colin to come down there, and I think that was a very, very, very central, part of that asylum where Ida was a very important figure. And it's kind of crazy when you just look at the room, you'll see it. But I couldn't believe, like, after all that movement through this huge hallway, I kept backing up from the bell, and then I kind of like stopped, just like instinctively to say, I'm going to stay right here. And then looking over and feeling that cold blast, and I put my light over there, realizing it was Ida's room was really freaky.
So there were so many spirits that night speaking with us. You had Ida, Jeff, and Sean, and Rocky talking to this spirit over here, while Josh and I were in the completely different part of the basement having one of the most intelligent conversations. I don't know if you guys are going to agree with me on this, but one of the most intelligent conversations I've ever had with the spirit, where it was answering questions immediately, spot on, just crazy stuff from all of our devices. But who were we talking to? Were we talking to the 3 women who were claiming they were assaulted, possibly murdered, who died from the sickness? Were we talking to Ida, the woman who took her own life? Talking to the evil thing that's down there? We didn't know. But to try to get more answers, because whatever we were talking to was right there with us, we took out the DR60. Hey everybody, it's Colin here. Thank you for watching today's video. Hello to all the new subscribers, and hello to the rest of our beautiful, wonderful, spooky family. As you know, every single week here on the channel, we give away a free gift bag to one lucky viewer of the show. And this week, to enter the contest, all you have to do is like today's video, let's smash that like button, and comment "The Nightmare Files" in the comments section below. I'm gonna give y'all 10 seconds to do this now. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. So go comment. You can comment multiple times. It helps the video so much. But anyways, let's get back to today's video. Thank you for listening to my little spiel. I love you guys so much, and stay spooky.
This is some crazy stuff. I think I know
We've been having an extremely intelligent conversation.
And then we come here. This is the hallway right here where we've documented like all of our dark shit, right? In the basement. Oh yeah. We're back there. It's like super peaceful. We're down that hallway. It's super peaceful. Like these 3 women are trying to tell us a story of what happened to them. And it's like answering him like super intelligent. We come over to this side, and then we start getting darker stuff.
The moment we come over here too, dude, we just had that conversation we just had was so crazy. And I think so all night we've been talking to someone who doesn't trust us, right? You guys remember that? Yeah. It kept saying that, and then finally it led us back into the slaughter room, and it told us in the other room too, it died of sickness. And then I remember during the tour she told us about those 3 women who died because they got a sickness from that room.
I don't want to stay. Oh, no way. Oh my gosh.
You shit around the chair?
My pants are like stuck to my legs.
Doris, are you getting a chair so you can leave because you don't want to stay here?
This is Ida's room right here.
Has this gone off the whole time?
No.
No,
This
that's
is
the
it.
first time.
First time. Thank you.
Yes.
Hello and welcome.
Wow.
Hello. Thank you. No one hears.
No one hears.
She keeps saying this is futile, like no matter what we do, we're not gonna be able to save her.
And
You're not going to be able to what?
Save her.
also no one hears.
Yeah, like no one can hear like my plea or whatever.
Oh, dude, the REM pod, the first. That's like the first REM pod hit of the whole night.
Yeah.
We had the dog go off, I think, twice.
Yeah. Once when we was all in here, once when you was by yourself.
Right. I don't know if y'all are cold, but I'm like kind of shivering.
I'm freezing. Here's the ponder. Doris, we're gonna be leaving you. Do you have any last messages for us?
Big.
There's something slide.
That was a big bang.
You hear the slide?
I am sad. I said we're leaving and she said I am sad.
Dare.
Justin.
Let me out.
Dude, could this be her spirit who wanted to leave so bad? The woman who. Is it Ida?
Ida is right here. Her room is right here.
It is her. No way. No. You said that. I said it is her.
Okay. Okay. Ida. Dude. What was, she didn't want anything to talk about in that room, remember?
Yeah.
What was
They
that?
said to not. She doesn't like when you talk about her story.
Oh.
Ida, if that's you, we'll leave this area. Can you touch that red light one more time in the wheelchair or sit down in that? Then we'll leave.
I'll back up a little bit. Give you some room.
I don't know. I feel like they have a connection with you for whatever reason.
I know, it's really
Dominic.
Dominic, this is the first male name we've gotten.
Mm-hmm. It smells like perfume. It said that's the gateway.
Just watch the bell, it's right in the middle of it.
Yeah.
Let me out again.
Really? It said let me out again?
Well, whoever's here, we're just gonna let you out, so come on out. What did that say?
Come back. Come back, look.
Oh my God.
Come back and the REM pod went off.
Oh, that, what do you take that to mean? Do you think that means like we
I
should?
don't think they want you to freaking leave.
Trust.
No freaking way.
What is that? Don't trust again.
Again.
The whole night, dude.
All night tonight, that's been
On
talking
all of
about
our
trust.
devices. Maybe it's saying like,
Of
if
course.
Of course.
what if it's like, what if they're saying like they would trust us if we came back? You know what I mean? Yeah. Like show dedication.
From. Adjusted cable ties from.
Wasn't somebody tied in one of these rooms?
That's what that's what I'm thinking.
Well, you know, Ida tied the bed sheets right there and hung herself.
Oh shit, that's right. She's the one that did it.
Yeah, she took
And
the
the afterworld.
I just want to ask really quickly. We've been hearing all these stories about the creeper. Is the creeper here?
Open mind.
Can't open mind. So if it's not the creeper,
We have power.
Oh, okay.
is it the three ladies? Did the three ladies follow us over here?
Remove.
We got three women's names too. We got. Can you ring that bell if the three women's names are Evelyn, Margaret, and Mildred?
Gaining more energy.
Dude, remember how earlier we thought it kept asking for more energy? And we were like, let's bring the Jacob's ladder. But then like our batteries died down here.
Presence will be no one. Wow. Oh my God.
That's like on cue, right?
Oh my God.
Presence will be no one. And they, you definitely made your presence known.
Can I please ask who it is?
A crook.
Wait, what?
It says a crook.
A space crook?
Uh-huh. A crook.
So who is it? A crook? What does that mean? Don't trust?
It's gonna drive me crazy if I don't get their freaking story.
I know, right? It's like we're so close this whole time.
But it's Ida's room right here. Don't you think it's associated?
But I don't think we were. No, I don't think we were talking to Ida.
You brought something else.
Yeah, we were talking to three women over there,
Okay.
Dirty again. It said that earlier.
and they literally directed us over this way.
Okay.
But, dude, I do have to say, dirty, Ida would cover herself in her own poop.
Yeah.
So that's like,
She was rolling in it in her own filth.
Wait, Josh. Maybe walk in there. You can call her.
This was her room.
Yeah. Yep. That's her room.
Ida.
Open up. You get that?
what?
Open up. I think Josh got
Yeah, open up on that device? Dude, it's like open mind.
Yeah.
Ida, I'm gonna set this device right here. I know it's probably been a long time since you've had people in your room. I want to say that
Must have.
or you must have.
Giving like great, really good phrases.
What must we have?
Do you remember how you died?
Hit.
No way. Hit.
Oh my God.
Holy crap.
That was right on right on the money.
I mean, that was immediate.
Wait, so then, I know that we're in Ida's room, but this almost goes back to the original story we were trying to look into, because assault. This whole night we've been thinking like rape, but what if it was like an actual like,
As to the prior.
that almost makes sense with what I'm saying. Because I'm saying it's the old thing we were talking about,
Prior, you said.
you know?
Yeah, prior.
Like, not Ida.
Yeah.
Like he just asked, the person who responded that they were hit and died, can you please just try to tell us your name or even ring the bell if you're not Ida?
Have. Trusting.
You must trust us.
Oh, trust again.
Again, trust.
Dude,
Need help getting out.
that's what it said? Dude, what?
That thing gives.
Because it said getting out twice, or let me out, need help getting out once we get in here.
That thing says so many weird words in it. You're getting so many phrases.
It's. Fair.
for another time again.
I think it's weird too, dude. How it said you must trust us. Like we were saying plural, the 3 women.
Mm-hmm.
Are there 3 women in this room with us?
Knocking.
Can you try to knock on something for us if there are 3 women here? I personally feel like it's like when we came in here, it's once again like, I need help getting out. Let me out, let me out. It's her. But the 3 women are like out there still.
It says hidden grave.
What? Hidden grave,
Maybe
dude.
that's the secret.
Maybe the secret is someone was murdered
Crash.
here. They were murdered. Someone was hit and killed and buried in the Paupers Field. I mean, it's not too unreasonable to think that that could happen in a place like this.
Oh, yeah. You gotta think too, back then, this was probably the only freaking building for miles and miles.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, so this place has probably got all kinds of secrets. I'm talking 100 years of secrets.
And I mean, there were murders here. There were tons of lapses in the state, like funding and oversight of this building. So it's like many weapons.
He shot me.
No freaking way. There you go.
Many weapons. He shot me, dude. Okay, so there was someone who was hit and killed, someone who was shot and killed. Is that true?
Okay, that's a yes, I'd say.
So that's 2 victims. How did the 3rd woman die?
Christine.
Oh,
Didn't I get Christine when I was here?
Pretty sure one was dead.
Really?
Ronald.
weird. All of a sudden,
All of a sudden,
names.
a couple names.
And this thing quit talking.
I wonder if Ronald had something to do with what happened.
Motor vehicle, dude.
Wow.
I just got a crash.
Mm-hmm.
Motor vehicle. Not this
Not
time.
this time.
And it said, "You're cool."
Oh, wow.
God, I wish that. Yeah, that's a nice.
That's one thing.
compliment.
This thing's definitely.
That device with Josh. That's been, I think, way more than we've ever gotten. Like
Dude,
that.
and it's
Like, it
all
makes
things that
sense.
we've never even seen.
But they're phrases though, instead of just random words.
And it's things that's going to what we're talking about as well.
Like, dude, you ask, is there anything else you want to share? Not this time.
Yeah.
You're cool.
I mean,
It's
that's- it's like totally right on.
Like we were back there having a conversation, like not even asking the spirits, just us two having a conversation. And it's like the spirits were constantly interjecting their thoughts right along with us.
like entirely.
Do you like Satan?
Oh, taking a turn for the worse there.
Trust me again. Oh, dude, that's so weird. Right when it says, "Do you like Satan?" and it says, "Trust me." But the whole night it's been saying, like, "I don't trust you. I don't trust you." Blah blah blah. Then all of a sudden somebody comes in and says, "Trust me. Do you like Satan?" Like, it's just the total opposite of. I mean, it's weird. It said on the cross too, just a couple seconds ago.
Weird.
Is the creeper here?
Assault.
Asylum.
Assault, dude.
Oh, I said asylum.
This is the.
You said it's the creeper here.
I can't tell.
I can't tell.
And also, assault. You can't talk about the assault. That's the original word that started off this entire line of questioning earlier was the word assault.
If the creeper's here, can you make yourself known before we leave?
Killed them.
Killed them.
Whoa.
Who is the guy down here that's the evil guy? Was it the judge or something like that?
I can't remember.
The guy that
You
had a
look
jail
familiar.
cell?
You look familiar.
Well, yeah, they've been here several times.
Don't ask. Who's the evil guy? Don't ask.
So the creeper guy killed these women.
Oh, dude, it's cold there.
What was that? Yeah, that was a crack right here.
It's like something else just came in because all of a sudden it says, "You guys are familiar," and it's like a total vibe change. Like, killed them, Satan. Don't ask. You know what I mean?
Probably say
I literally keep hearing shit behind you guys. You hear them?
Yeah.
Like,
They're pricey. You need holy water after this crap.
Hey, can I just interject? Do you want to try before we leave the DR60?
Oh, dude, let's do that right now.
Because they've not really worked, and we can maybe finish with that.
Sure.
The battery in the
Demon.
back. Wait, what?
Demon.
I'm just gonna say though, it is very, very strange that it said, "Do you like Satan?" It starts talking about religious stuff, then it calls you stupid, and it says demon. I don't think we've ever gotten demon on that device. Like,
It always eventually ends up saying something bad to me.
Well, I'm gonna hit record on this.
Go in a circle.
all right. I just want to ask, is there a demon down here?
That right there was, but earlier it wasn't.
Okay. Ida, with all due respect, can you come out here and just say your name into this device for us? Let us just know your name.
You're a female?
5 people.
Oh, wow.
5 people. All right. Okay.
The 3 women that were talking to Colin and I earlier, can you share your story now, please?
So who called me stupid?
Ida, is there something that you need help with?
London.
The 3 women who we were speaking with, can you just confirm how you died? Was it murder or was it a sickness?
Ida, again, with all respect, what's your favorite possession left in your room?
Before we leave, do you have a message?
The 3 women that was talking to Josh and Colin, we just want to say thank you for trying to get your story out. Hopefully one day we'll be able to come back here and you can tell more of it. Would you like to have us back?
Can you tell me whose room that we're standing in front of?
Everyone listen?
It said I was old.
I know.
And then it said, when I asked the question, it said painting. Is there a painting in there?
Wow, there was all that stuff in the bed.
Sand.
What is it?
Sand? Is there sand in there?
I just want to ask, is there a demon down here?
What the f?
Demon down here?
I don't know if you guys can hear anything I want, but
Can you come out here? Alright, I just want to ask, is there a demon down here? Can you come out here and just say your name and just the nice voice? What's just know your name? The three women that were talking to Paul and I earlier, can you share your story now, please?
Dude, I hear the three of us were twice. The three of us were.
Really close.
The three women that were talking to Paul and I earlier, can you share your story now, please? Who called me stupid? I know, there's something that you need help with. Three women you need help with.
Need help?
Three women you need help with.
You hear it?
Three women who we were speaking with, can you just confirm how you died? Was it murder or was it sickness?
Dude, these are like full sentences, dude. What?
Usually it goes to one.
Yeah.
Usually it goes from one question to the next when there's nothing like that. That's like
Wow.
Well, it's like there's freaking shit on almost every one of them.
Yes, dude.
They say a syllable and a syllable and a syllable too. Is what
Again, all respect, what's your favorite possession left in your room? Well, we read the other message. The three women that y'all can call it. We just want to say, left in your room. Well, we read the other message. The three women that y'all can call it. We just want to say thank you for trying to get your story out. Hopefully one day we'll be able to come back here and tell more of it. Would you like to have us back? Can you tell me who it's from and we're standing in front of?
Dude, that was crazy.
Yeah.
I mean, like, honestly, compared to, like, even the sessions that we've had on this trip, this is our fourth video, like, investigation we filmed. We haven't had a single one response that was like one of those. It was like full sentences.
The length between questions is usually not that long.
It's gonna be cool to be able to go back over that and listen to it.
Oh, yeah, dude. Like, that's like, I think, the longest EVPs that we've gotten. Like,
You can record that and put it through like waveform and try to see what it really does. But those were. Go ahead.
There was definitely a woman on there. I mean, you can hear the woman.
there's like an angry person. I don't know if it's a woman or what. And then like a woman, you know?
Yeah, that's what I was like on that couple of them. It kind of sounded like there was like that raspy thing.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
So, yeah, that was easy.
Good. Okay.
Well,
Holy macaroni. Well, let's grab your bell and stuff.
good stuff, guys.
So the night at the asylum for me, I mean, again, unique, meeting Paranormal Nightmare and hooking up with them, teaming up with them, kind of fusing our techniques and equipment, if you will. That for me was really a cool part of this. I mean, especially these guys are really cool guys. I think their technique really brought something kind of unique to us, and our techniques brought something unique to them. Again, kind of a fusion. So for me, it was, one of those things where I think just doing a lot of it in the dark, kind of minimalistic, if you will. I really appreciated doing that. That gave me a totally different feel for the place. Gave me quite honestly, a lot more of a creep factor, but I think it's going to be one that's really appreciated by the viewers. And these guys are rock solid, honest people. And so for me, that was the cool part of this investigation, was the collaboration with a cool team that wanted to join forces and work together to find out what was going on there. And they'd been there before, but it was an overall great investigation again that you guys, I think, are going to really enjoy.
So, first of all, I want to give a massive shout out and a thank you to Paranormal Nightmare, the Foreman brothers, Josh, Sean, and Rocky. Be sure to go give those guys a follow and check out their content because it's truly some of the best in the game. And absolutely incredible people, by the way. We had a really good night. It was actually, we would spend like a whole hour talking and be like, oh shit, we should probably go investigate. Then we'd put stuff down and talk for another 45 minutes. We're like, oh damn, we need to go film. I really liked using their method. It was a really interesting change of pace from our usual lights on, lots of equipment, to lights off, barely any equipment. I thought it was interesting. It reminded me of kind of my roots, like what I did back before I even had any equipment, and it was just me, an infrared camera, and like a millimeter, which is crazy to think about how the show's changed so much. But I want to thank those guys for coming out. There's definitely something in the Randolph County Infirmary and Asylum. I still don't know exactly who we were talking to. Seems like we talked to Ida, the 3 women, a man, a male spirit, the evil thing. We talked to everybody. They all came through. Whether that's because Paranormal Nightmare, those guys know the spirits or not, I don't know. But this is a super interesting video, and we loved filming it and just every second that we spent inside of that building. We'd love to go back, actually. And I'm sorry we didn't do an Estes method. I actually had to fly out to Austin the next morning super early, and we had I think an hour and 20-minute drive to our hotel. Yeah, a super long drive to our hotel, and it was so late. So if we go back, we'll do an Estes method. But yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed this episode. As always, everybody, you are the reason why this channel exists. Thank you so much from the bottom of our hearts for watching. See you next Monday, and as always, stay spooky.